Hello, hello, hello. Check, 1, 2, 3, check, check, check.
Well, we're streaming now. How does it feel? Yeah, say goodbye to the music. You got 4 runs today, 100%. Yeah, we have a couple of things I want to do in addition to Bloodbath today. Starting with probably reacts. And then I also have a new wait, did I post in my Discord? A new segment I was thinking about. Because we were chatting at the start of last stream and it made me think about something and I was like, oh, I want to try that tomorrow. And I'm a streamer, so I'm going to try it. Will we end the prediction from yesterday right now when we get to GD? Typically, when we have a prediction running, we just do it at GD. It's really... I don't think it's that deep, but a lot of people get really anxious when we don't end the prediction right at the end of the stream. But it's like... as long as we're not running another prediction, it'll be fine. But that's my opinion. What else? Any questions? Anybody have any questions? What else? The Twister segment. Oh, like I play Twister? That'd be fun. YOLO? Are people still saying that? You can easily get Bloodbath in 4 runs. It's kind of hard. Will you read a Wikipedia article? Man, you guys are very astute. You have very astute observational skills. It actually kind of creeps me out. It's crazy. But it's impressive. It's impressive. You guys are plugged in. Wikipedia speedruns, so to speak. I've created my own game that we're going to play. Oh my gosh. Coughing. Can you low-key recite the first 10,000 digits of pi? You know what's surprising? This isn't the first, nor is it even the second. It's probably not even the 3rd time that reciting digits of pi has been brought up on this stream. It's crazy, man. We get a lot done here. TeejVeen, more like TeejVeen because he's kind of educational. I don't feel like I'm that educational, bro. A lot of people say this. They're like, I'm like a teacher. Which I guess, like, to the degree that a teacher is someone who just, like, communicates what they know and what they think about stuff, yes. But I don't feel like I have the credentials, nor am I as informed as a teacher. I just kind of say stuff. I say the words that I think. Well, first I think words. So well, sometimes I don't think the words. Sometimes I say the words before I think them. And people are like, what were you trying to say? And I was like, I don't know. I was just kind of talking. Ahem. Ahem. Yeah, bro. Frickin'. Oh, I practiced more Bloodbath last night. That was pretty fun. I genuinely had to stop myself because I was having such a dang fun time. I was just practicing the run we're trying to get more, and that was pretty good. It was pretty all right. And pretty good. You should do a series where you try to become a teacher with one eye closed. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. All right. I get it. Fun day to you guys. Thank you, Ta. What the frick should we do now? We have a bunch of random clips. Let's watch a couple of random clips. We haven't been keeping up on clips. Hold on. This is your... It used to be daily, but now it's more like weekly, bi-weekly reminder. Join the Discord. Here's the link in Twitch. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Go to any channel you want. Right now I'm in Teej Clips. This is solid advice. What's this? We haven't watched clips in a second. I'm going to watch a random clip. They now default being muted, and I hate that. Diddler, you should take your own life into account. Wait, I'm a sweetheart. I told someone that they needed to take their own life into account. Wait, that's beautiful. People never prioritize themselves these days. Holy clip farm? What's this? So all my muscle memory is gone. Okay, so all my muscle memory is gone. I'm freaking out. I'm shitting my pants. If you can do 93 to 100 in 5 attempts, I will kiss my mom. Well, good news. Okay, so the absolute state of the Teej Clips channel, man, it's fallen from grace. Holy terrible friend group. Ouch, I just wanted a quick recap. I need to be clickbaited by one of these titles. Hold on. They beat a lot. Poor Timmy. What else is hard and long? Sock up in hell difficulty. The Teej dance. No, I haven't seen your crack. I don't know, bro. I think we're done here this fine day. All right, well, I'm just going to hop into my react now. The hair is crazy today, bro. This is the race to dethrone Tidal Wave. We haven't watched a Vernosis video in a minute. I don't know a lot about Tidal Wave, so let's learn about it.
Tidal Wave had one of the longest reigns as the hardest demon in Geometry Dash. It sat at the #1 spot for over 15 months until it was eventually dethroned in June of 2025. During that time, there were several levels that attempted to knock Tidal Wave off its throne, but ultimately failed. These are the stories of the levels and players behind them that nearly changed the course of Geometry Dash forever.
Exciting.
This race consists of 8 levels, and we're going to start off strong with the infamous Silent Acropolis. This level would be one of the first silent
I don't think I've heard of that.
levels to exist in the game's history. It would spiral into popularity when infamous player Tosh Deluxe uploaded his showcase to his channel. It would be presumed as an impossible level for years to come, until a player emerged named Septicon7 who completed the last wave section in a run of 55 to 100 on August 16th, 2022.
Finally. Oh, yes.
This was a huge leap in progress that would inspire the upcoming creating team named the Purgatory to remake Silent Acropolis into the level we all know today. Soon after its showcase, the level was quickly passed on to the Spanish player named Ravis, who made quick work of it, getting a run of 58 to 100, making it seem inevitable he would verify Silent Acropolis once and for all. But soon after, he'd post his final progress video of 27% and announce he was dropping the verification entirely. But hope didn't die, as the level became an open verification, and Bob would enter the race, becoming the first player to ever get Silent Acropolis in 3 separate runs. But he wasn't done just yet. He'd also achieved the run of 33 to 80, starting from the duel and making it all the way to the infamous wave part. This progress was substantial, and he wouldn't slow down, as on October 25th, Bob would achieve his best run by far, getting 31 to 100, with an interesting mashup to say the least. But just like Ray,
Dude, what is this in the background?
he'd lose interest in playing the level.
I blinked for a second, and then that guy's face showed up, and I like literally, I almost swallowed my heart.
And mostly goes silent. Get it? He went silent. I'll see myself out. But as many as you know, there was another promising player arising through the ranks, and his name was Septicon7. Septicon is one of the best players in Geometry Dash history, with him setting over 40 world records on various impossible levels, with Silent Acropolis
Oh, is that Skibbity Toilet?
being one of the highlights, with him getting a staggering 20% in 2000.
I'm 8,000 years old. I don't know what Skibidi Toilet is.
2021, but he wouldn't slow down from there, as he'd get 55 to 100 a year later, setting yet another world record. But since then, we had a period of silence for 2.5 years until he came back with a legendary run of 43 and 43 to 100, getting Silent Acropolis in 2 separate runs, proving it possible to the wider community. He would slow down though and work on other projects in the meantime, but in the background, he was still cooking. He would come back and get a world record of 66%, an insane feat no one saw coming. And with this level still being an open verification, who knows who will be the next person to step up to the plate and finish this beast off once and for all.
It'll be me.
And hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you subscribe.
Dang, Vernosa still only had 6.41k subscribers when he made this video. Look at him now. Look at him now. Look at him now. He has 30,000 more subscribers. Bro's moving.
Helps me more than you think. But let's get back to where we were with the next level that had one of the saddest endings we could have ever seen coming. Flame Wall, a nearly 7-minute extreme demon, was showcased
I have heard of Flame Wall. I know very little to nothing about it.
all the way back on September 16th of 2023 by the
looks
content
kinda cool,
creator One Alpha Helix. This was set to be the hardest level to date and be the longest top one in the game's history. One Alpha Helix would have a lot on his plate. With a growing YouTube career and a new top one verification
peak,
in
nice.
his hands, things were looking quite deary. But on October 15th of 2023, we'd see a first big leap in progress, with him receiving a run of 36%. And yes, you were seeing that right. But other than his nerve issues, Alpha would continue playing
Is 178 a high heart rate?
Flame Wall as normal and would continue uploading new YouTube
I feel like anything under 200 is probably fine,
videos all the way up until he'd get a brand new best of 47 and 57%.
Oh, it is? What's like the danger zone for heart rates? I don't really know that ball knowledge.
Respectively, making a real point of him being one of the best players of his time. But unfortunately, on December 22nd,
200? That's literally what I just said.
One
So he's fine.
Alpha Helix would upload his final progress video on Flame Wall, getting 60% and retiring from the game altogether.
220 minus your age is your max heart rate. Okay, so I'm 220 minus 30. My max heart rate is 190. Why is it based off your age? That's weird. That seems so arbitrary.
All good things must come to an end eventually, but this wasn't the case for Flame Wall. Oh no, this was
Yeah, no, this is the regular time where all the new kids in chat freak out at my age. Honestly, if we timed out a couple of these guys, I really wouldn't matter. I wouldn't matter about it.
just the beginning. As in the same video, One Alpha Helix revealed the new verifier, and his name was Cuantos Cientos. Cuantos Cientos wouldn't take this opportunity for granted, starting his Flame Wall journey off
The size of heart changes, that's why. I get that. It's weird that it's in constant time directly proportional to your age. You know what I'm saying?
with a staggering 55 to 100. He'd continue making quick
Someone's gonna have a heart attack because of this game one day, bro. Has that not already happened? I feel like it had to, even if it wasn't reported, no?
progress as he'd fluke a run of 24 to 80%. Things were going a lot faster than anyone could expect, with Cuantos Cientos being an unknown player to the wider community, but he wouldn't let that get to him as he
No, don't beat yourself up, big man. You matter about it. Hey, dap me up, bro.
followed that run up shortly
first time
after,
chat.
getting Flame Wall in 2 separate runs.
Wasn't reported because the dude died. Yeah, source, it was me. Trust.
But after that, things became quite dormant
Who would report it? One of their friends. Are you implying that Geometry Dash players don't have friends? Answer.
for
Respond.
a few months, until Cuantos Cientos would achieve the biggest fluke the Geometry Dash community has ever seen. This would
Guys, turn down your volume for that clip that just played.
ultimately shake the community up, and many believe we were days away from having a brand new top one, but something big would happen that caused the level's verification to be delayed. Cuantos
They have friends, but no GF? What's GF? Is that Geometry Flash? What is that?
Santos would start buffing Flame Wall to its absolute limits, causing his progress to slow down once again. As a result, we wouldn't see another progress update for another 3 months, though Soon he'd come back with a new run of 62%, and following the trend of progress slowing down, Quanto Santos would take another 4 months to
geometry friend,
acquire
gotcha.
another new best of 68%. This time around, Quanto Santos would put his foot on the gas, conquering 3 new bests within the span of 2 months, some of the hardest gameplay the community has ever seen, and the world would watch as Quanto Santos
it's geometry
would
flame wall,
approach
thank
the
you.
final 10%. He was too
Why he's mad?
spikes away from verifying flame wall after an entire year-long journey, but he'd keep his head up and he kept on going. But on September 6th, never mind. He'd get 99 once again. Everything would come to a halt on September 21st when Quanto Santos would approach the final 10% one last time.
He's at 166. So if his age is 500, he's dead.
Quanto Santos would cement himself in Geometry Dash history, verifying Flame Wall once and for all. But unfortunately, this wouldn't be the level to dethrone Tidal Wave, as we will see later in this
Should I beat Flame Wall next, folks?
video. But as we can see in the next level, we almost had a top 1
seem
overtake
too
Tidal
bad.
Wave before Tidal Wave was even verified. Banshee, a level by Microdox and Comp, is
Yeah,
an
too
old
easy.
extreme demon from 2014, kept secret from the community. It was meant to be one of the hardest
It's only 8 minutes long, bro. That's like a walk in the park.
Diamond-based demons to ever come out, making it one of the first of its kind. On November 15th of 2020, it received its first and only preview, leaving the final 75% of the level to be completely unknown. This trope would remain present during the entire Banshee verification, where we'd only get to see further into the level once the verifier progresses through, and we'd finally get that when R-Steel would pick up the level and achieve a run of 24%. But history repeats itself once again, as R-Steel would drop Banshee. Things are looking quite bleak for Banshee when Microdox gave the level over to the up-and-coming player named Tiago, which he would drop after
I know that person. I love when I hear names that I've heard before. It makes my
getting
brain
24%
feel less
as
scared.
well. But as most of you know, this wouldn't be the last player to have their hands on Banshee, as a
There's a 55-minute long extreme demon. Yeah, it's called Aeon Air.
legendary showcaser Space UK would work his way up into the position of verifier and post his first progress video of 24%. Shocker, I know. But Space would continue his verification of Banshee
Fact check
with a
me, you
huge
won't.
fluke of 60% on March 31st of 2023. Though the community would be astonished by his progress up until the dreaded day of April 25th, 2023.
Eon? No, that's that one content creator.
Space UK would be outed as a cheater, leaving the level without a verifier once again. Microdox would start to lose hope for this project's future and decided to give it one more shot, and the verifier would be announced as the up-and-coming player named SP Crepe, and he wouldn't let this opportunity go, uploading his very first progress video on September 30th. How far do you think he got? If you guessed 24%, you're wrong! SP Crepe would set a new world record of 29%, and once again,
You should play Kratos. Me when I play God of War.
he'd upload another new best, getting 43% only 2 months after his previous best. Things are looking great for Banshee, with him catching up with Space's previous hacked records. But on November 30th, SP Crate would be entering the second half of the level for the very first time.
No!
And he would tie Space's record of 60%. After this, he'd slow down for the time being. Although he was enjoying his time free from Banshee, he'd come back and he wouldn't disappoint, as on May
People have said I'm a bit of a banshee. That's a compliment, right?
14th, he'd fluke all the way to 86%. With only 14% left of the level unseen, Microdox's plan was coming to fruition. But without Microdox knowing, one of the old playtesters would have leaked a copy of Banshee to FNML4, one of the biggest
What is this picture, bro? In the most respectful way possible.
showcase channels. FNML4 would randomly come to leak Banshee along with Injury. And finally, on July 31st, SP Crate would upload his final progress update. At the time of this recording, being 31 to 100. Though Banshee had a good chance of topping Tidal Wave, it ultimately didn't, leaving SP Crate to this
It wasn't it wasn't like the thing in the picture. It was the pose, bro. It was so suggestive. Am I crazy?
day still attempting to verify Banshee. Grief, a level created by Ice Cave, is a remake of a former Impossible level named Slaughterhouse, with the level dating all the way back to October of 2015, with Toss Deluxe's showcase that blew the level up into relevance.
Oh, wait, is the cheese pizza thing real or are you guys memeing? Jesus.
This would catapult Ice Cave into the mainstream as a creator, but fast forwarding all the way back to
What is with this freaking community, bro?
2023, Ice Cave would look back at Slaughterhouse with regret. He didn't find the level to be a great showcase of his grading talent. Like, damn, bro, I'm getting straight praises right now. So he decided to remake Slaughterhouse into one of the most impactful levels.
I feel like every other player name we hear about when we watch these videos, people in chat are just like, oh, that guy. And then they're referring to the fact that they've done heinous acts. You know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. This community sucks, bro. I'm kind of starting to think that.
In Geometry Dash's history, Grief.
It's
Grief
not
is first
great.
showcased all the way back on October.
It's high-key toxic at its best, and at its worst, that stuff.
11th of 2023, and was announced to be verified by the legend himself, Doogie. But since update 2.2 was coming out any day now, Doggy would hold off on
it's a coin
Grief
flip.
up until May 1st of 2024, when Doggy would start the first ever stream of Grief. Grief would become one of Geometry Dash's biggest levels to date, with several big content creators reacting to Doggy's progress.
This is
There's people like that in every community, though. Yeah, but it seems just it seems pervasive in GD. Am I crazy? I get that it happens in every community. Maybe it's because I'm just I don't know. It's every video I react to, man. A name is brought up and people are like, oh, that guy. It's crazy.
autism.
But the attention from this level
Yeah, it's very
wouldn't
prominent.
be the only appeal to Grief,
In GD.
with Doggy progressing a staggering amount, with a run of 65 to 100 on May 27th, which Doggy would consider this run to be a top 20 alone. Doggy would continue this momentum with getting Grief in 3 separate runs. Only 1 month later, on September 26th, with Doggy fluking all the way to 68%, he'd start to slow down since he'd be starting college.
No hate to the community. It's something I'm observing. We don't have to sit here and try and figure out why, but I think it's an observable phenomenon.
Very soon. But during this time, Doggy would release a video alongside Trick and Pop-Off, spending a day with their upcoming top ones. Doggy would come out on top, getting Amethyst in 9 runs, but something didn't sit right with him. Amethyst felt hard, just around the same difficulty as Grief, or even harder. So Doggy did what he did best, and he would buff the ever-loving
GD unks never toxic W. I mean, when you're an unk, you're just too busy being old and tired to be evil.
out of Grief. But even with this, Doggy would pull
when I'm done streaming, I'm lying down because my back kind of hurts.
through, getting a new best of 80%. Leaving the entire community in shock, and many believed the end was near. But unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, and Doggy would still be trying to verify Grief to this day. But not all levels of this
The Doggy literally beat it yesterday.
caliber would be stagnant. With our next level, we will see some of the most dedicated players yet making their attempts at the chance to dethrone Tidal Wave. With the level Sweeping Demon 2 by Temp, this level was made to push Geometry Dash's skill barrier further than we've ever seen before. It was showcased on August 27th of 2020.
Sweeping Demon? Huh, what? Do they have a broom and they're cleaning up the street outside their house?
He assumed it to be impossible for the time, and that
Please rate that last joke out of 10 in chat.
remained true for an entire year.
I'm a little biased. I'll say 10 out of 10.
Until we'd see the first major run done on the level, as on July 7th of 2021, Piper would achieve a run of 25%. This would catch the
The broom is haunted? No, the broom's name was Friday.
eye of the top player named Thunder, who would step up to the plate and announce he would be verifying Sweeping Demon 2. Yeah, that was short-lived. Just like that, he dropped it after getting a second run of
Dude, that picture of a cat just made me think. I feel like if I was a cat, I'd be so much better at this game. Thoughts?
71 to 100, leaving the level with no verifier once again.
Because you know how cats kind of hop up in front of their owner's keyboard and kind of walk around on it? I feel like that would be good tech.
Up until a very underappreciated player came into the mix, and his name was Braden Bull, who achieved an astonishing 50%, setting a new world
Then dress up as one? I don't just exist for you to get your rocks off, pal.
record by a staggering amount. But just like Thunder, he'd make fast progress, but he would ultimately drop the level. Things were
Wait, there's a
seeming
cat
great,
icon?
with 4 top players already throwing their hands at verifying, and all of them falling short. But hope wasn't lost, as our final player stepped up to the plate. On July 12th of 2025, Tiago would announce to the community he was going to verify Sweeping Demon 2, and
He's gonna beat Thinking Space?
wouldn't disappoint, as he'd already achieve a run of 59 to 100. And the literal next day, he'd get 43%, sneaking towards the world record. His reign wouldn't just stop there, as in September, he'd break even more records with a run of 39 to 100.
I hate sharing this chat room with y'all, for real. Hey, you know, sometimes our chat has ups, sometimes it has downs, and all the moments in between. I appreciate those of you who have patience to endure it.
171, but to this day, he is still working on verifying Sweeping Demon 2, and hopefully he will pull through soon. But our next entry is one of the most unique levels you'll ever see.
Oh, let me guess. Can't let go.
A level made by Mindcap and more was
Never mind.
first shown to the community
It was
all the way
Heliopolis.
back in August of 2023, and it was apparent from the start this level
But if you rearrange the letters in Heliopolis, it spells can't let go. So I was kind of close, right?
was special. It was attempted to be the hardest timing demon to ever see the game. And
I gotta
with the
start
average
streaming
part
10 minutes.
looking like
Remind me,
this,
please.
I think they definitely succeeded. One dedicated player decided this was his chance to make history. Pablo would upload the same day as the showcase with a run of
That's not what's his name? That was Brian Griffin, the dog from Family Guy.
27%, but unfortunately Pablo wasn't fully up for the intense challenge that was Heliopolis and dropped it after achieving a new best of 36%.
Holy sudden mic gain boost.
Fast forwarding a few months later, a new verifier was announced named Jif. He'd be playing a nerf version of the level on
Jif, like the peanut butter?
stream and would get a new world
I didn't know that they were playing Geometry Dash now. I was just spreading them on my toes.
record of 46%.
Oh my god, I just got 46! Oh my god!
But after this, for an undeclared reason, Jif was kicked out the level verification, and the level was given to another verifier who
I probably should have mentioned this here too, but I was kicked from the Heliopolis verification about 3 or so weeks ago. I did not drop it on my own. Mindcap gave it to somebody else to try, who dropped it after not being able to do the last wave. I was just about to tell me the news until one of my friends had it leaked to them and they came and told me about it. Terrible way to find out you were kicked from something, but it be what it be.
Voice reveal.
who also dropped it due to not being able to do the last wave section. Good God, this level's more messy than the Acheron race. With 5 total verifiers dropping the level in a 1-year time span, you can only assume the level is either completely atrocious to play or out of our current
Not being able to do the last wave, but it's the easier part. WTF? Hey man, I don't know. I just read the text that appears on my screen.
skill capabilities. But light finally shined back down on Heliopolis, leaving it to one last verifier, and his name was Abdil.
Heliopolis has so much aura. Huh, that makes 2 of us. Was that aura chat?
Devil. Abdil Devil was an upcoming top player with loads of impressive achievements
I
under
agree.
his belt, and on February 10th, he started to play Heliopolis, getting a really good run of 65 to 97.
7597.
But something was
Someone
different
will
about his
edit that,
version.
maybe.
As all previous verifiers were playing on a slightly nerfed copy, Abdil Devil wanted to do something that no one seemed as possible, playing on the original unnerfed version of the level. But only a week after his first progress video, he'd achieve a world record of 60 to 100. He claimed this run to be harder than Slaughterhouse, with him spending a whopping 27,000
Sorry, that scream sounded like he was inside of a box trying to get out. It was like,
attempts on it. But out of nowhere, he'd upload a brand new run of 48 to 100, only a week and a half after his previous run. And if you are unaware of how brutal unnerfed Heliopolis really is, well, in his new run of 10%, there are a whopping 22 60Hz frame perfects, as well as 5 120Hz frame perfects, making this one of the harder achievements you'd get on the level so far. To this day, Heliopolis is still in the verification process, with Abdil Devil having a best run of 22% and having the level in 4 separate runs. Although this level had a good chance of dethroning Tidal Wave, it fell short of its goal, but our next level might just shock you.
I feel like we should just go ahead and boot up Heliopolis and knock it out real quick today. It would be a nice respite from Bloodbath.
Amethyst by Imus was very heavily inspired by the previous top one named the Golden, and this level was made with the sole purpose
yes, the
of being our
Golden.
next hardest demon. It was showcased on October 15, 2025, but the community had very differing opinions, with one half believing it was a great looking level with fantastic atmosphere,
Do the
and
community
the
a
other
little
half
favor? Yeah, what
realizing
can I
the
say?
hitbox representation was absolutely garbage. But besides that, the level would be passed on to Beastealer, a talented player who would adore the level and
Bee stealer? This guy's stealing bees? Someone tell him to stop that. That's his bee stealer?
claimed it to be his favorite in the entire game.
Doesn't he know that there was a bee crisis a few years back? He's got to cut that out.
But the dream was very short-lived as he came to the pressure and ended up dropping the verification. But a new verifier was quickly
Wait, oh, sorry, that text was already gone. I would have paused and read it out loud in another voice. Asta fuck. Sorry for interrupting your TTS. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you.
announced Trick.
W sub. Guys, please sub to me. If you're on Twitch and you have your Twitch account connected to your Amazon Prime membership, you can Prime sub for free once per month. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you're not doing that, you're leaving money on the table. Money that could be mine. Money that you could use to support this small streamer with a big heart. Consider the following.
Trick, the verifier Firework, and the only player in history to dethrone Zoink. He'd get 56 and 28 to
bro.
71.
Finally.
Solid progress for only 11 streams.
If there was a demon list for dad jokes, you'd be top 1. I'm not even a dad,
Trick would continue progressing through Amethyst, getting a new
but I am a bit of a joke.
best of 61%. But
Hey, Jacko Boy, W Prime, huge. Thank you, my guy.
Vinny noticed during his stream, something was off. Trick was just not
Tej is my goat. I recommend subbing to the goat. Well, hey, you know, I think a happy subscriber condoning that other people should subscribe, I think it's a powerful argument.
enjoying what he was doing in the
W
slightest,
subs.
even breaking down after a later death in the level. And unfortunately, this will be followed up by Trick retiring from top play in Geometry Dash.
Wait, I feel like I'm out of the... I thought Trick was just taking a break. I didn't realize he announced his retirement. There was a react I did recently where I was just like, oh yeah, is Trick still taking a break? I didn't realize that it was like this big ordeal. Damn. Oh, he retired from top play. Has he retired from top play? Or is he still considering top play? What about top play itself? Or simply play?
Dash.
But I knew very well that this was going to happen.
He dropped Thinking Space 2? I thought he made... Did he make Thinking Space 2? Didn't he make like a really top level? Am I crazy? Am I misremembering something?
But Amethyst once again with
He just likes Briz? Oh.
no verifier. The current second best player named Popoff would find interest in the level since he announced he was the official
I think you're crazy. But we can admit that what just happened was normal, right?
verifier after achieving a run of 61% and 56 to 100. His first official Amethyst stream would be on March 25th of 2025 with a slight update no one
He said that he's retiring and then he did a 100-day TS2 marathon. Oh man, dude. Dude, I can't imagine like on stream playing a level for more than like 39 days. Gulp.
really saw coming, where Popoff would buff Amethyst to his absolute limits. But somehow, even with this version being significantly harder than the previous, he'd still make extremely fast progress, hitting 36 to 100 and 59% respectively. But on Popoff's very next stream, he'd make a huge leap, hitting 71%. With the level ending at 81%, he'd only
Oh, I think I was thinking of him verifying Firework. Yeah, that
have
makes
10 more
sense.
percent to go until he'd verify Amethyst and dethrone.
It's not picking up on my mic, but I was singing Katy Perry's Firework.
Tidal Wave once and for all.
Poppers? I hardly know hers.
And only 2 weeks later, W Popoff would come out, getting another new best of 73%, edging us
I thought Netterman died playing T-Sing. No, I think Netterman's still alive and doing
closer
fun.
and closer to the end of Tidal Wave's reign. And finally, on May 24th of 2025,
I could be
W
wrong, or
Popoff
out of the
would make
loop.
Jamshida's history when he'd get past the final clicks, verifying Amethyst.
2 top ones in one day, bro.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Thinking Space 2 by CryoRX is, you guessed it, a sequel to Thinking Space. This level would be a
Zoink verified Thinking Space too, no?
true successor to the original, with the
Because I think people have been recommending that I watch that super long video he made. You want to see it?
verifier being Hyperlith, but we aren't
Yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah.
dig too deep into their progress since there isn't any publicly available on their channel. So let's just cut to the chase. The best Geometry Dash player in the world, Zoink,
Is it good?
would have his eyes set on the level, getting a copy of it before its official showcase. And the
Dying? Don't we respawn like GD? Oh, brother, I got bad news for you. Actually, you know, we don't know for sure. No one who has ever died has been able to tell us what happens. So, for all we know, this is morbid.
host of the level at the time would find out and decided to give the verification to Zoink, with Zoink starting his very first stream of the level where he'd get 50% in other notable runs.
Holy show, my god.
He'd followed us up with a huge fluke in progress, with 72%.
With no further context, Zeronium also verified TS2. I have a bit of a TS2. Sorry, this works better if, like, let's pretend you said Thinking Space 2. Also verified Thinking Space 2. I have a bit of a Thinking Space 2. It's called my cranium. My brain lives in it.
On
Rate that joke that you just heard out of 10. I'll workshop it if people thought it wasn't very good.
stream 7.
Oh my god.
And following
And I'll
it
make
up
it
a
better
month
for next
later
time.
with 91, entering the final stretch. But unfortunately, this wouldn't be Zoink's worst death on the level, as he
Okay.
died at the final jump, getting 95%.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna no! Fuck you!
Okay.
No!
But Zoink would follow it up quite quickly
Alright.
on May 24th of 2025 when he would verify Thinking Space 2.
Yes! Yes!
In only a few
Am I crazy? I feel like that was a bit of an underreaction for beating Thinking Space 2. Like, why was he so nonchalant for that? I feel like if I beat Thinking Space 2, I would have popped off a little more.
hours after, Pop-Off would do the same with Amethyst, making this one of the most legendary days in the game's
He screamed for 3 minutes straight. Yeah, like, we stand a nonchalant king.
history, having 2 top 1s verified in the same night. But little did we know, the race to dethrone Tidal Wave has just begun. If you didn't know, to truly dethrone Tidal Wave, you need to have your level rated
Yeah, why not
by
4
the
minutes?
developer of the game to put your level on the demon list, which rates the top 150 hardest levels in the game, with Tidal Wave sitting at the #1 spot. So it was in RobTop's hands to see what level would take the title.
Sorry, this the gym selfie of Rob Top is very funny to use as we need more Rob Top photos like this. This is awesome.
of the new top 1 first, and our questions would be answered on June 3rd when Amethyst would get rated and
Someone make an edit out of that, please.
placed at #1 on the demon list, taking the crown away from Tidal Wave after 15 months.
Wait, the video just ended? Whoa, that was such a sudden ending. All right, well, W React, that was pretty cool. It had no outro. I was just like, whoa, what the heck? Yeah, that was. I felt like I was so cozy and comfy in those vibes, and it was gone. Yeah, like a short. GD Spot the Difference looks really interesting. Hold on. Oh, this TCD vid. I don't think we have time for this today. It's like 35 minutes, and there's another video I want to make. But W React, keep on suggesting more videos for me to react to. Join the Discord if you haven't. Link in the description. You can go to the React to This Teej channel and post the videos that you want me to watch, and people will upvote them by fire reacting, etc., etc. That is the best way to get suggestions to me, for me to easily source them. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. Bloodbath time? Not quite. Guys, I have the most electric content idea of all time. Okay? It's going to be very fun. But I need to take a quick 2-minute ad break. But if you trust me, please hang around. It's going to be something that we've never done on stream before. It's going to be a bit of an experiment, but I think it's going to be fun. So we're going to do that when I get back. It probably won't take us too long. And then we're going to do Bloodbath, okay? It shouldn't take too long. But it should be the greatest stream segment of all time. I'm not trying to build it up. All right, quick 2-minute ad break. I'll be RB.
Whoa, this ain't a song for the broken hearted.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Get rid of that. Is everybody ready? Are you ready for something incredibly experimental? Yes, Jovich. I think I'm going to cut the audio. Hold on. Let me make this a little bigger. A little bit bigger for your viewing pleasure and enjoyment. So recently on stream, I was just reading a random like Wikipedia article, and my chat said that they would actually watch a whole stream of me just reading Wikipedia articles. I thought that was a little boring, So instead, I overcooked and I thought of a way to do a Wikipedia race of sorts. Not the kind that you've seen where you're trying to get from one page of Wikipedia to the next. That's like, I think that's actually called like Wikipedia race or something. Maybe someone in chat knows it's called something. But what I'm going to try to do is we're going to start at like a random Wikipedia. In fact, let's just start at Geometry Dash. We'll call it Geometry Dash. We'll start at the Geometry Dash article. Our goal, let me make this big again. We're trying to get from the top of the Wikipedia article, and we want to get all the way to the bottom right before references. So I'm going to be reading out loud the whole thing. So for some of you, this might simply just be ASMR. But for others of you who need a little more engagement, basically what I'm going to do is, I also need a speedrun timer. Hold on, let me pull that up. Because we are going to be timing this. Hold on. I forgot about this. Hold on. Bang! There it is. We're seeing how fast we can get from the top to the bottom of a Wikipedia page. However, you will notice when reading Wikipedia, for example, this first sentence, Geometry Dash is a 2013 side-scrolling rhythm platform video game. There are all of these hyperlinked terms. Whenever we reach a hyperlinked term, we have to spin a wheel. Which determines whether we will continue or if we have to burrow deeper to the next page and start from the top of that page. Yes, we have 25 entries for whether or not we continue. If it lands on green, we keep continuing on the page. If it lands on red, we have to click on the hyperlinked term and start from the beginning. Now, hold up. Now listen, I know what a lot of you are thinking. It's like, okay, so it's basically gonna be like flipping a coin. That means that every single time we'll have a 50-50 chance. That's crazy. Like, extrapolate upon this page. Let's count this really quick. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, within the first 2 paragraphs of this page, we already have 10 hyperlinks. If the probability is always 50%, like, we're never going to finish. So the thing that I came up with to combat that is if we land on a restart, we remove it from the wheel. So basically, every time we have to restart, the probability that we will land on green will go up. So the question becomes, how many times are we going to have to restart before we can reach the end? So it'll be a bit of a speed run, but the probability of green increases. However, additionally, you're probably thinking, okay, what about the case, TJ, where we completely run out of red restarts and the whole wheel is green? Then it would just be 100% chance and we'd be completely fine. Like, where are the stakes in that? And that's why I also came up with the idea that if this wheel is ever fully green, we just lose. The game's over. Because this is a bit of a game of RNG and chance. And if the wheel spins turn into 100% chance of us continuing, we've effectively lost, in my opinion. So, let's get started. Geometry Dash is, I'll read the full sentence and then we will account for each hyperlink. Let me make this bigger for your viewing pleasure now that we've gone over it so you understand what's going on. I'm going to skip like these boxes. I just want to read like the main paragraphs. Geometry Dash is a 2013 side-scrolling rhythm platform video game developed by Swedish game developer Robert Tapala and published by his company RobTop Games. Okay, so we need to spin for side-scrolling, rhythm, and... Oh my god. Okay, so let's do side-scrolling first. This is the side-scrolling spin. Oh, should I shuffle these before I spin? Immediately we have a restart. Okay, so I'm going to remove, not all instances, just this instance of restart. If we sort this, it should be slightly more continues, and now we have to click into side-scrolling. Okay, we're now starting at side-scrolling video game. Let's go to the first paragraph. A side-scrolling video game, alternatively side-scroller, is a video game viewed from a side view camera angle where the screen follows the player as they move left or right. Okay, we need to spin for video game. Let's go. Yeah, I should shuffle. Sorry, I'll shuffle for each spin. Okay, we are continuing. So let me hide that. Let me shuffle for the next spin. Okay, now we need to spin for player. Oh, God. Okay. Please continue. Okay, we got to restart again. Hold on. Wait for the wheel. Okay, we removed this instance of restart. Let's sort again. We'll remember to shuffle every time we have to spin. So now we have to go to player. Player character. A player character, PC, also known as a playable character, is a fictional character in a video game or tabletop role-playing game whose actions are controlled by a player rather than the rules of the game. Okay, we need to spin for character. I forgot to shuffle. I'm sorry. Okay, we're continuing. I'll try to remember to shuffle next time, but we count that as a continue. Now we have to do video game, spin for video game, shuffle, bang. Oh, okay, big continue. Role-playing game. No, stop. I'll shuffle one more time. Wikipedia speedruns are so cool. This is insane. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done on stream, but you know. W. Okay, this is the first time we've gotten through a full sentence. We got through our first full sentence. We have not done that before. Yeah, exactly. Where are we going to end up? I have no idea where we're going to end. The characters that are not controlled by a player are called non-player characters, NPCs. All right, we have to spin for non-player characters, chat. Now we have to shuffle one more time, spin for non-player characters. New PP, that is right. We're at just under 3 minutes right now. Okay, and that looks like, I'm not gonna cut away. It's unfortunately a restart, folks. Okay, we will remove this instance of restart. We will sort, and then we have to go to non-player characters. NPCs, there are a few of them here today. A non-player character is a character in a game that is not controlled by a player. Okay, we're going back to character. We have to spin for character again. Oh my God, this might be a nightmare. All right. Shuffle. That's funny. We might go back to pages we've already seen. That's kind of funny. It's another restart. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, remove, sort. Back to character. A character is a person or being in a narrative such as a novel, play, or film. Or wait, did we go to character yet? Or was that just one we already saw? We have to spin for person. Let's go. Shuffle. Yeah, guys, when we hit a restart, we burrow into the hyperlink that we're currently spinning for, if that was unclear. Sort, we're going to person. A person, people, or person, depending on context, is a being who has certain capacities or attributes such as reason, morality, consciousness, or self-consciousness, and being, oh my God, there's so many hyperlinks in this first sentence, and being a part of a culturally established form of social relations such as kinship, ownership of property, or legal responsibility. Is this gonna be disambiguation? Okay, we're spinning for people, whatever. Shuffle. We're getting a bit too much restarts. Yeah, that's what happens. That's the shuffle. It's unfair. And that's another restart. Okay. We're removing that. Chat. Okay, so quick check-in. You can see we're missing quite a, like, the green part is getting bigger, but now we have to go to people. The term the people refers to the public or common mass of people of a polity. Does anyone know what polity means? I've never heard of that. Okay, spinning for public. Let's go. It's like 52 to 48. Yeah, I think that's, I wish I had something that auto-calculated what our current probability was, but I don't. And we're restarting again. Don't worry, folks. There are only 25 instances of restart, so we're either going to completely lose or greatly increase our chances. Okay, we're going to public now. In public relations and communication science, publics are groups of individual people, and the public, aka the general public, is the totality of such groupings. We are spinning for public relations. Shuffle, go. If we somehow lose, that's crazy. Again, if the wheel gets all green, we lose. It's another dude, this is actually insane. We are on a restart streak. This is completely improbable. Okay, we're going to public relations now. Public relations. No. Guys, we don't remove the green. We only remove when we land on red. So the green probability is always going to increase. Public relations, PR, is the practice of managing and disseminating information from an individual or an organization, such as a business, government agency, or nonprofit organization, to the public in order to influence their perception. We are spinning for organization first. Let's go. Please, no restarts. Please. But also, I mean, there's a lot of hyperlinks in this paragraph, so maybe there's a bit of RNG strategy to not want to have to stay on a page with a lot of hyperlinks. I have no idea. It is all random at the end of the day. We are now spinning for business. I'll shuffle again. This is the first time we haven't hit a restart in a very long time. And I think we're about to hit another, no, okay, this is another continue, I believe, yes. So now we are spinning for government agency. We might get through our first paragraph at this rate. This is not bad. Shuffle, spin. Please, 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 please. And that's another. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, remove the restart. Sort. We are going into government agency. Somehow from Geometry Dash, we have landed on government agency. A government agency or state agency, also known as an appointed commission, is a permanent or semi-permanent organization, the machinery of government, bureaucracy, that is responsible for the oversight and administration of specific functions, such as an administration. Okay, we are spinning for machinery of government. I have never even heard of that before in my life. Oh, dude, big continue block, huge. Oh, hide has the same function as remove? Whoops. So I should be hitting close, not hide. My bad. Thank you for pointing that out. I've been screwing myself over the whole time. Thank you. Thank you. Continue. We're going to bureaucracy. Thank you. Okay, shuffle, respin. That's why it's been bad. Wait, so I should do reveal hidden. I should do reveal hidden really quick because I've accidentally been hiding the continues. I believe. But it doesn't matter because we just hit another restart. So sort. Let me do reveal hidden. That's why it was going down at a constant. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have to go into bureaucracy now though. Okay, huge, huge, huge. Yes, thank you so much. I was unintentionally screwing us. I was wondering why the wheel was not really moving. All right, that makes sense. Bureaucracy, we don't have to go. Maybe we do have to go to these. Maybe we do have to go to the frickin' IPA pronunciation. Is a system of organization where laws or regulatory authority are implemented by civil servants, not elected officials. Okay, we're spinning for whatever this thing is. We're spinning for whatever this thing is and wherever it takes us. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, thank you for bringing that up. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to be streaking. Okay, this is for sure a continue. Now let's spin for this hyperlink. I'll remember to close, reshuffle, spin. Oh my God. Okay, I was trolling. My bad. It greatly favors continue now. This looks like continue. I just want to stay and make sure it doesn't roll over. Okay, we're now at spinning for organization. We close, shuffle, spin. This might be the page, man. This might be the... I don't know what the probability exactly is, but we're probably at like 75% continues at this point. This is definitely continue. Let's keep going. Authority is next. Shuffle, spin. Weirdly interesting. Is this good content or is this just kind of dumb? And we hit a restart, folks. We unfortunately have hit another restart. We have to remove this instance. Sort. The continues are overwhelming. We're going to authority now. Okay. Authority is commonly understood as the legitimate power of a person or group over other people. Wait, this is a huge one. This is a full sentence that only has one. We're spinning for legitimate power. Shuffle. Bang. Okay, here we go. Unlucky. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Dude, okay, luck is not on our side today. But the continues are getting overwhelming. We're going to legitimate power next. Legitimate. Also, someone in chat, can you count how many pages we've been on? We probably should have started with that. Someone should have been counting this. In political science, legitimacy is a concept concerning the right of an authority, usually governing law or a regime, to rule the actions of society. Somehow we made it from Geometry Dash to political science. We're now spinning for political science. Okay, okay, okay. This looks like a continue. Yeah, we're fine. Continue, continue. Legitimacy, the right. The right. Okay, we're talking about human rights next. Let's go. Shuffle, spin. I think this might be our page. This might be our... We're getting a lot bigger continue chunks. Ah! Thank God. Okay. Now we have to spin for authority again. Should we add a thing where, like, if it's a purple hyperlink, we don't have to respin for it? Nah, that's cheese. That's cheese. That's cheese. Let's keep on spinning. Let's keep on spinning. What is the goal of this? We're trying to reach the bottom of a Wikipedia page, but we keep getting mulliganed. Ah, it's a continue. Just barely. Usually governing law or a regime. Now let's spin for regime. Okay. Come on. Please continue. Okay. That is a continue. Oh my God. I think we finally got through a sentence again. We finally got through a sentence, chat. Wait, and I only read the first sentence. In political systems where this is not the case, unpopular regimes survive because they're considered legitimate by a small, influential elite. Huge one hyperlink sentence. We just have to spin for elite here. Huge one hyperlink sentence. This is awesome. This is awesome. Do we make it? Yeah, and it looks like a continue. Huge. Yes, new PB. New PB. We just got through 2 sentences, chat. That is a new PB. That is huge. In Chinese political philosophy, since the historical period of the Zhou dynasty, 1046 to 256 BC, the political legitimacy of a ruler and government was derived from the mandate of heaven, and unjust rulers who lost said mandate therefore lost the right to rule the people. Okay, this is 3 hyperlinks. If we can get through this will be the first time we get through 1 paragraph. So let's try. If we get through this will be our first paragraph done. This might be the page. This might be the page, chat. We're hitting a continue. We now have to spin for Zhou Dynasty. This is looking good. This is looking good. Right on the edge of the last continue of that chunk. Okay, huge. We are now spinning for the Mandate of Heaven. If we get through the Mandate of Heaven, chat, we have officially finished our first paragraph in this challenge. Can we do it? Can we get a new PB of 1 paragraph? Let's find out. Huge fluke. No. Huge clutch. Huge clutch. We made it. First paragraph done. First paragraph done. In moral philosophy, the term legitimacy is often positively interpreted as the normative status conferred by a governed people upon their governors, institutions, offices, and actions based upon the belief that their government's actions are appropriate uses of power by a legally constituted government. Another paragraph, just 2 hyperlinks. We're spinning for moral philosophy. Let's go. Oh my God. Just 2 hyperlinks for this paragraph, chat. Just 2 hyperlinks. Okay, W, we can go. We can go. That's a chunk. We now have to spin for normative. Normative next. We shuffle, we spin. Oh my God, dude, my heart is pounding. We are at over 13 minutes for the speed run. I think there's another continue. Huge continue. Okay, that's another paragraph done. That is another paragraph. Okay, the Enlightenment era English social philosopher John Locke, 1632 to 1704, said that political legitimacy derives from popular explicit and implicit consent of the governed. The argument of the second treatise is that the government is not legitimate unless it is carried on with the consent of the governed. Okay, this is 3 to get through the sentence. Let's spin for the Enlightenment. Oh, dude, at this point, it's going to suck if we have to restart. Although this is also kind of a long page. Please, 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 please. We're fine. All right. We're going on to John Locke. Let's spin for John Locke. This is big, guys. Here, I'll sort again after this one so you can see like the distribution between green and red. Let's sort really quick so we can see like what our chances are. So it's not quite like 66% green. Like it's still a pretty good spread, but we continue. We go to consent of the governed. Consent of the governed. We're spinning for consent of the governed. John Wave reference. Is that a guy? This is so statistically impossible, bro. No. Like we're burgeoning our chances every time. Okay, continue. Okay, next sentence. The German political philosopher Dolf Sternberger said that legitimacy is the foundation of such governmental power as is exercised both with a consciousness on the government's part that it has a right to govern and with some recognition by the governed of that right. Okay, so now we're doing political philosopher. We're spinning for political philosopher. Let's get that. Burger. Yes, burger. Very big burger. Please no, please no, please no, please no. Massive continue. Yes, and now we spin for burger. We spin for burger, chat. This is looking very good. This is looking very, 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 very bad. Good. All right. That's another sentence down. This is a long... I almost hope that we had a restart because this is a very long page. The American political sociologist Seymour Martin Lipset said the legitimacy also involves the capacity of a political system to engender and maintain the belief that existing political institutions are the most appropriate and proper ones for the society. So now we are spinning for political sociologist. Holy cow, bro. Holy cow. 64% chance at continue? Oh, did you do the math? I think I'm okay if we Okay. We're good. Seymour Martin Lipset, spinning for him. Honestly, one of my favorite guys. Unless he did something problematic, then he's not one of my favorite guys. Then actually, never mind about that. Okay, genuinely, chat, I'm okay with that. I think we can all agree, look how long this page is. This is a long page. Because keep in mind, chat, the size of the Wikipedia pages greatly differ. If we get like a random page that's like 1 paragraph, we could scoop the win. So that's something you have to keep in mind. I think this is better. Honestly, a person's page is usually going to be bigger, so this is not great. Seymour Martin Lipset, March 18th, 1922 to December 31st, 2006, was an American sociologist and political scientist. Can we go ahead and call the audible that we can skip these? I feel like we can skip these, no? Let's skip these hyperlinks. Let's just do the actual terms. Let's just do the actual terms. Let's spin for sociologists. The freaking pronunciations, that's a little overcooked, I think. All right, this is obviously continue. You can see the continue chunk. Now let's do political scientist. Spin for that. Let's reshuffle, spin for political scientist. How many turns was that? I have no idea. I don't even know where I am right now. I'm just keeping my motor mouth running. I think a restart's good here. That's fine. I think we favor a restart because a person page just has so much TMI. His major work was in the fields of political sociology, trade union organization, also, guys, there's going to be a test at the end. Trade union organization, social stratification, public opinion, and the sociology of intellectual life. Okay, we are spinning for trade union next. So you have to retain this information. Yeah, school will be like, I honestly want a restart. I'm actually praying for a restart at this point. It's a continue. It's a continue. Okay, social stratification is next. Dude, honestly, I feel like I'm seeing a bunch of stuff that I've never even heard of before. Please restart. Please restart. Please restart. Honestly, please, please, please. It's a continue. It's a continue. He also wrote extensively about the conditions for democracy and comparative perspective. I think this is the first time we've gotten a sentence with no hyperlink. God, my freaking kingdom for that. He was president of both the American Political Science Association, 1979 to 1980, and the American Sociological Association, 1992 to 1993. Okay. American political... Honestly, if we get like a random association like this that doesn't have that much history to it, that might be a clean out for us. That might be a very clean out for us. It's a continue, unfortunately. Okay, and now let's do the American. So, like, you see what I mean? Like, these are associations that only ran for like a year each. If we could actually get a restart into one of these, that would be great for us. That would really expedite our process of reaching the end. So I'm praying for a restart here. I actually would love a restart here. I think it would be very good. And it's a continue. Damn. Okay. On to the next sentence. A socialist in his early life, Lipset later moved to the right and was considered to be one of the first neoconservatives. All right, little political. I have a fear that socialist is going to be a very long one. I want a continue here. I do not want to restart. I want to continue here. I do not want to restart. If this is my first restart in a while, I'm going to be pissed. All right, I am inconsolable and outraged. That is our first restart in a while. We're going to socialism, chat. We are in socialism. This is probably one of the longest Wikipedia articles. This is bad. We need a restart here, or we are trapped here forever. Socialism is economic and political philosophy encompassing diverse economic and social systems, as you can tell by all the hyperlinks already. Social systems characterized by social ownership that means production as opposed to private ownership. Okay. This is bad because any of these political things, they have a lot of broad terms. Basically, all of these pages are going to be very freaking long. Yeah, this is a top one page. This is not good. This is not good. Please restart. It's a continue. Okay, we are going to political philosophy, which I feel like we already saw. I feel like we already saw political philosophy, or at least something adjacent to it. Okay. Pretty much any restart here I think is preferable to where we're currently at. It's a continue. We're going to economic. Again, we have to spin for economic, which is a real pain in the ass. Dude, we just need like a very dumb word. And I don't know if we're going to get a dumb word in socialism. I think we're going to get a lot of this like social systems. Social system is probably multiple pages long, bro. That's gotta be a long one. Yeah, we were already on political philosophy. That's what I thought. Okay, there's a continue chunk. I think we're good. Social ownership. Now we have to spin for social ownership. This is a nightmare. Well, I don't even know what social ownership is. That has to be probably pretty short now. Geometry dash to socialism pipeline. It's more likely than you might think. Honestly, restart? I think that's good. I think a restart here is good because I have no idea what social ownership could even entail. Okay, it's very long. If you look at the scroll, it's very long. Oh, this is also socialism. Wait, this is ridiculous. What do we do if it takes us back to what we were just... what? Rare restart chunk? Wait, what do we do? Wait, no. Okay, wait, no. This is not socialism. It was just this is disambiguation. Okay, this is something different. Social ownership is a type of property where an asset is recognized to be in the possession of society as a whole rather than individual members or groups within it. Now we are spinning for property. Sorry, I was stun locked for a second. Property's probably another long one. Yeah, so let's take a continue. Now we're going to society. Let's spin for society. Society might be also one of the longest Wikipedia articles. Imagine at some point you loop back to GD. Honestly, at this point, I'm hoping for it. I want the Rob top. Dude, how? How is this happening, bro? Look at the wheel. There's so much green. We're going to society. We are going to society, chat. W Popoff. Yo, shout out W Popoff. A society is a group of individuals involved in persistent social interaction or a large social group sharing the same spatial or social territory, typically subject to the same political authority and dominant cultural expectations. We're spinning for individuals. We're spinning for individuals. I'm in pain, bro. This is... I guess it makes sense because if you extrapolate like all of these spins over like how many spins you have to do on any given page, the probability of an individual spin doesn't really matter that much. It just kind of screws us. So now we have to spin for social group. Let's go. I really hope you guys are learning something from this. I really hope you guys are learning something from this. Thanks to the people in chat who are tracking the probability. I really appreciate it. This is a continue chunk. I think we're good. Let's go to territory. Territory folks should stick together. Territory folks should all be pals. That is an Oklahoma reference. Yeah, I feel like we're learning a lot just in a very ADHD way. Okay, this is a continue. Let's hit political next. God, dude, there's so much. I feel like once you get down the political rabbit hole in Wikipedia, you're kind of SOL for this challenge. This stupid challenge that I made up. We're really just going down a pipeline of sorts. Societies are characterized by... We finished that sentence. Societies are characterized by patterns of relationships, social relations between individuals who share a distinctive culture and institutions. A given society may be described as the sum total of such relationships among its constituent members. Social relations. Spinning next. This is a travesty. Yes, that was a very big continue chunk. I think that was over a 50% continue chunk. I think things are lighting up now. Yeah, we can't escape the political pages, which is kind of crazy. It's also kind of how social media works today. But okay. Let's scroll, or let's spin. It's a continue, just barely. It is a continue. Okay, we can keep going. Let's go for institutions. Guys, if we get through institutions, this will be our first paragraph clear in a hot minute. Why do all Wikipedia articles eventually lead to politics? I don't know. I think we live in an innately political world, and therefore there's just a lot of references to it. And we're starting all over again. We are now going to institutions. We got a freaking picture of a neural network, bro. An institution is a humanly devised structure of... Oh my God, dude, look how empty this first paragraph is. This whole paragraph just has one freaking hyperlink. An institution is a humanly devised structure of rules and norms that shape and constrain social behaviors. We are spinning for norms. I want to throw up, bro. We're coming up on 25 minutes. This is our easiest paragraph. So, okay, huge. I just have to read the rest of this paragraph. All definitions of institutions generally entail that there is a level of persistence and continuity. Laws, rules, social conventions, and norms are all examples of institutions. Oh, I actually didn't know that. Institutions vary in their level of formality and informality. Institutions embody a great deal of knowledge of how to do things in society and have been, W Popoff, and have been described as the social science equivalent of theories in the natural sciences. Paragraph 2, done, bang. Institutions are a principal object. Oh my God, so many more hyperlinks. Oh, dude, this sentence is a nightmare. Look at this. Institutions are principal objects of study in social sciences, such as political science, anthropology, economics, and sociology. The latter described by Emil Durkheim as the science of institutions, their genesis, and their functioning. So let's go and spin for social sciences. Oh my God. Are you gonna make this into a vid? You better believe it, bro. This is torture. This is a nightmare. If I don't post this as a video, what a waste of time for all of us involved. All right, we're through that. Political science. Oh my God, why do all roads lead back to political science, bro? Get me out of politics. Get me out of politics, please. Keep me on continue. Keep me on continue. I wish there was like an instant spin option. There probably is. Okay, anthropology. Dude, these terms are just very ubiquitous, man. It's kind of crazy. Are we going to do this more times or is this a one-time thing? I think that I will ask for everybody's opinions once the exercise is concluded. Right now, this is a proof of concept. If people want to see it again, I will ask later. Right now, we are in the heat of the moment and we need to get through it. Okay. This is a continue. Massive. Huge. We're spinning for sociology. We're spinning for, I think we have a good flow at this point. I think we have a good freaking flow. All it takes is one red to kind of ruin our day, though. Another continue. All right, we're getting another person. I feel like a person might not be too bad, depending on how famous and how much stuff they did. This might not be a terrible restart for us. I've never heard of Emil Durkheim, so that might do some heavy lifting for us. That might be a lot better in these political terms. I will take that. Let's hit a restart. Let's hit a restart. I think that's actually good. Hopefully this gets us away from all these broad general topics. It might still be a little long, but hopefully it gets us away. David Emil Durkheim, blah, 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 was a French sociologist. Okay, this is bad because we have to spin for both French and sociologist. This is actually quite bad. Please continue. Please continue. There was no new PB, but I think that we're at a different place. We're at a different place, which is good. Okay, continue. Now we're doing sociologist. We need to get through sociologist. I'm really hoping for green here. You never escape sociology. It's all around us. It surrounds us. Okay, there's a continue chunk. I think we're fine. He formally established the academic discipline of sociology and is commonly cited as one of the principal architects of modern social science. Okay, this is not good. I guess it makes sense that the guy who we came to this from, like, political science and all that stuff, it makes sense that all the stuff he did is connected to politics. Crap. Okay, we are spinning for political, or what is it? Social science. This might as well be Bloodbath? Yeah, bro. Arguably, this is harder than Bloodbath. No, dude. No. And we're going to social science. Social science, or the social sciences, is one of the branches of science devoted to the study of societies and the relationships among members with those societies. Okay, branches of science. Next, we are spinning. Dude, this is crazy. Okay, chat, let's lock in really quick. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 restarts left. I'm sure a lot of you, it's getting very bleak and you're wondering what our path to the end is. Remember, if we run out of these final 6 restarts, we just lose. So this game is not going to continue forever. If we hit red 6 more times, we lose. Keep that in mind. We are now spinning for the branches of science. So this is high stakes stuff. We only have 6 restarts left. And it looks like we only have still 6 restarts left. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Devoted to the study of societies. Okay, we now have to spin for societies. Let's hit it. 19.35% to restart. That is crazy, bro. And we're probably about to hit it again. Okay, not quite. Not quite. All good. Okay. Now we have to spin for relationships. Oh boy. Some of us have no idea about what those are. I'm sad. Imagine when there's one restart, it definitely gets more exciting. And we had another restart. Crap. We are down, folks, to 5 restarts remaining, and we have to hop into relationships. A social relation is the fundamental unit of analysis within the social sciences. It describes any voluntary or involuntary interpersonal relationship between more than 2 conspecifics within and or between groups. I've never heard this word before. What is a conspecific? Anyway, we're spinning for fundamental unit. 5 restarts left, chat. 5 restarts. That means we have 5 more chances. Never mind, we're cooked. Against all odds, bro. Okay, continue. Social sciences next. Social sciences. Chat, I think we can do this. I never studied statistics. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Here we go. That is a hot, spicy continue. We are moving on to interpersonal relationship. Let's spin for it. This is a good chunk. We have some nice chunks forming, chat. This is the importance of, part of the RNG is also on shuffle. That is another restart, unfortunately, chat. We are down to 4 restarts. We have 4 chances left. We are hopping over to interpersonal relationship. Oh, love. How does that feel? In social psychology, an interpersonal relation or interpersonal relationship describes a social association, connection, or affiliation between two or more people. All right, we are still stuck on psychology and politics of that sort. We are spinning for social psychology, folks. Let's see how it goes. Huge continue chunk. We don't even have to stick around for this. This is definitely a continue. Now let's go. Let's spin for connection. If we can get through... This is a long paragraph full of hyperlinks, bro. We might be cooked. We genuinely might be cooked here. Huge continue chunk. This is great for us. We're fine, dude. Yeah, the chance... That's a continue. That's a continue. Okay, now, okay, we're done with that sentence. It overlaps significantly with the concept of social relations, which is the fundamental unit of analysis within the social sciences. Social relationship, or social relations, it is. Bang. Okay, our continues are kind of split up. This is a little trepidatious, but we just clear the restart. We are fine. We are cooking. We are moving on to social sciences, which I swear we've spun for social sciences probably 1,800 times today. Okay. All right. Good continue chunk. Could get unlucky here. It's slowing down the ticker right at the end. Okay, we get to the last continue. We are fine. We're moving on to the next sentence. Relations, varying degrees of intimacy, self-disclosure, duration, reciprocity, and power distribution. Okay, that was great. No hyperlinks in that one. The main themes or trends of the interpersonal relations are... How can a whole sentence be mostly blue links, bro? How is this family, kinship, friendship, love, marriage, business, employment, clubs, neighborhoods, ethical values, support, and solidarity? Holy, we are spinning for family. Yeah, the hyperlink gauntlet. Oh my God, they said gauntlets were only in GD. They were wrong. Okay, this is a clear continue. We're on to kinship. We're moving on to kinship. Thank God. Reshuffle. Oh, we have a big... honestly, all our restarts are together. This is a little scary unless we clear. Easy clear to a continue. This is, if we get through this hyperlink gauntlet, we probably will be okay. But we have to get through here. This might be the biggest bottleneck of our whole challenge. This is not good. It's a restart, folks. It is unfortunate. We could not get through the gauntlet. Unfortunately, we're down to 3 restarts and we're going into friendship. Friendship. Isn't it nice to have friends? Friendship is a relationship of mutual affection between people. Did you know that? Oh my God, that's beautiful. We're spinning for relationship. And we're spinning for relationship. Yeah, kinship is like family stuff, like your kin, you know, blood relations, I believe. We have escaped politics. That is good. We are now, instead of talking about politics, we're talking about wholesome stuff like relationships, friendship, and now spinning for affection. Let's get this, okay? Holy cow. Holy cow. Yeah, it's the hyperlink gauntlet's definitely harder than Eternus. Okay, huge continue. We've gotten through, oh dude, huge no hyperlink chunk. It is a stronger form of interpersonal bond than an acquaintance or an association such as a classmate, neighbor, coworker, or colleague. Although there are many forms of friendship, certain features are common to many such bonds, such as choosing to be with one another, enjoying time spent together, and being able to engage in a positive and supportive role to one another. Huge paragraph. Oh my God, we're cooking. Sometimes friends are distinguished from family, as in the saying friends and family, and sometimes from lovers, e.g. lovers and friends, although the line is blurred with friends with benefits. Wikipedia, behave yourself. See also unrequited love. There's no time for that though. We have to spin for family. Wikipedia is horny on main, but we have to spin for family. Holy sus. Yes, very sus Wikipedia. That is crazy. All right, huge family. Now we're spinning for lovers, reshuffle. 3 restarts left, folks. Can we do it? 3 restarts left. I think we can. I think we're gonna be fine now. Because this is going swimmingly. Friends with benefits. I bet some of you are hoping that we hit a restart here, so we have to look at friends with benefits. If I had to guess, I know how chat works. I know how y'all have some morbid curiosity. I know some of you are hoping for a restart. But we don't get it. We gotta continue. All right, unrequited love. For all you unrequited lovers out there, I salute you and I'm sorry. Let's spin. Wikipedia's got its freak on for sure. It's a little freaky. It's a little feeky. Huge. Okay, we clear another paragraph. Friendship has been studied. Oh, okay, it's another hyperlink gauntlet, folks. We have reached another hyperlink gauntlet. We have 2 back-to-backs. This is scary. Friendship has been studied in academic fields such as communication, sociology. Oh my God, no, we might be going back to sociology and psychology crap, bro, or anthropology, social psychology, anthropology, and philosophy. Okay, communication. We're spinning for communication. 3 restarts left. If we get back into politics, we are genuinely cooked. We are genuinely cooked. Okay, continue. Sociology next. We're spinning for sociology. Please reshuffle. Please restart on communication. We're unlucky. That probably would have been a good restart. That probably would have been a pretty good one. But we're on to social psychology. We do not want to restart here, folks. If we get a restart here, we are genuinely... I think we're cooked. I think we're just playing out the game at that point. If we get social psychology. We don't. We got to continue. Quite good. Anthropology is another very bad one. If we get anthropology, that is literally just like human history. That is human history and like behavior, like that's and civilization. Okay, we're fine. We clear anthropology. Philosophy is another very dense topic. Philosophy would be very bad for us. We have some spread out restarts. I don't know if that's better or worse. It's purely cosmetic. It's maybe not so bad. We clear the restart. Okay, we have gotten through one of the hyperlink gauntlets. Let's get through this next one. Various academic theories of friendship have been proposed, including social exchange theory, equity theory, relational dialectics, and attachment styles. So now we have to spin for social exchange theory. Let's see how this goes. Oh, this is huge. Yes, this might be a new best. This might be a... Okay, we are down to 2 restarts, unfortunately, chat. And now we are going to social exchange theory. Gun to my head, I couldn't tell you what it is, but I think I'm about to learn. Okay, social exchange theory is a sociological and psychological theory that explains how people behave in relationships by using cost-benefit analysis to determine risks and benefits, expecting that what they give will lead to a fair return, and treating social relationships like economic exchanges in which each person controls things the other values, decides whether to continue the relationship based on how beneficial and fair the exchange feels over time. Okay, so social exchange theory is like treating your relationships like they're a business. So this is what sociopaths do. We all learned something today. Now we have to spin for sociological, shall we? 2 restarts left. 2 restarts left. Yeah, not too many hyperlinks. This is a continue. Quite good for us. Now, psychological. If we hit psychological, we are completely screwed. Not too many hyperlinks. Not too many hyperlinks. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Okay. Huge. Where was the end of the sentence? This was a huge sentence. Studies show that people expect a return benefit when they act well towards someone and a punishment when they harm another person. No hyperlinks. Social exchange theory can be applied to a wide range of relationships. Oh my God. Why does every one of these Wikipedia pages have to outline every type of relationship that exists under human existence, including romantic partnerships, friendships, family dynamics, professional relationships, and other social exchanges? We are spinning the wheel for romantic partnerships, folks. No one knows what that is. It's another gauntlet. Why do we have to break down human relationships into so many different attachment styles? Okay, continue. Friendships. We are coming up on 40 minutes. This is insane. This is insane. Yeah, why is every Wikipedia article so long, man? I swear. I've seen so many articles where it's like 1 paragraph and we're getting none of those today. We should not have started with Geometry Dash. Family dynamics. Let's hit it. 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 Okay. We're through scot-free. Professional relationships. Okay, this might not be that bad. Actually, professional relationships is probably bad because it'll have a bunch of like tangentially related business topics. We might actually be screwed. We might actually be screwed if we... And we clear it. Okay, fantastic. Okay, huge no hyperlinks. An example can be as simple as exchanging words with a customer at the cash register. In each context, individuals are thought to evaluate the rewards and costs that are associated with that particular relationship. This can influence decisions regarding maintaining, deepening, or ending the interaction or relationship. The social exchange theory suggests that people will typically end something if the costs outweigh the rewards, especially if their efforts are not returned. This is bad. We have a whole gauntlet of... Dude, I have never been so happy to see a red name. Dude, for those of you who don't know, when it is a red hyperlink, I believe that this is like a page that doesn't exist. Should we count that? Should we still spin for a page that doesn't exist? Let's wait and get to it. The most comprehensive social exchange theories are those of the American social psychologists. John W. Thibaut, let's spin for him. I have an idea. I have an idea for the pages that don't exist, okay? Hear me out. When we reach a page that doesn't exist, if we hit a restart on it, we win. We win. Yes, exactly. Yes, I'm glad we're of the same mind. Because it's a hyperlink, but it has an end to it. That is a win condition. That is a win condition. We are now spinning for Harold H. Kelly. I'm glad some of you had the same idea. We shouldn't count red links? Too late. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I think we cooked with that. Folks, we unfortunately could not reach the new end condition. We unfortunately are now done to 1 restart, and we are visiting our friend Harold H. Kelly, who was born in 1921 and died in 2003. That is a long over 80 years of life. We are cooked. Okay. 1 more restart and the game is over. Harold Kelly, February 16th of 1921 to January 29th, 2003, was an American social psychologist and professor of psychology at the University of California, Los Angeles. Let's play it out, folks. Let's see how it goes. It's a 3.8% chance to restart. We've seen how our luck has been today. Okay, that's continue. University of California, Los Angeles. None of this matters anymore. If it's a restart, it's over. But we have to spin. We have to honor the game. We have to honor the game. Yes, this is a permanent big chunk. That is good. His major contributions been the development of interdependence theory with John Thibaut, the early work of attribution theory, and a lifelong interest in understanding close relationship processes. That's actually a good point. If it matters how big these chunks are, that might help us win. At this point, don't shuffle. One restart left anyway. No. You don't understand how this works. We have to shuffle for the continuity of the game. We have to. It honors the game. Because the shuffle isn't just about changing the distribution of where it is on the wheel. It's about changing where it is in relation to the start of the spinner. You understand? Oh, wait. It doesn't even work. Oh, wait. There we go. I'm going to shuffle it one more time. Bang. We're now spinning for attribution theory. We have to do it to honor the game. It's like if you were playing with a deck of cards that only had one card in it, you would still want to shuffle it, no? All right, this is a continue. Easy. A review of General Psychology survey published in 2002 ranked Kelly as the 43rd most cited psychologist of the 20th century. Bang. We're spinning for a review of General Psychology. Shuffle. Bang. Why does it sound like AI? It's not just X, it's Y. Because I am an AI model. Otherwise, why would I come up with such a dumb idea to do for a stream segment? This is a continue. Okay. This is the first time we've cleared a section. Granted, it's for a person, but we have reached our second section on a page. This is huge. New PB. Harold Kelly was born in Boise, Idaho. Spin for Boise, Idaho. Let's hit it. Yes, ChatGPT has hit the scene. That's a continue. Easy. His family moved to the rural town of Delano, California when he was 10. While there, Kelly met and married his high school sweetheart, Dorothy. Oh, that's so wholesome. Good for Harold and Dorothy. Delano, California. Hit me. Again, if we hit restart, we lose. Will Harold Kelly be our final walk to the end? That's a continue. We're going to learn a lot about Harold Kelly. I'm starting to learn. They had 3 children, Anne, Sten, and Megan, and later 5 grandchildren. Chat, please dedicate this to memory. There will be a test. After graduating from high school, Kelly went on to Bakersfield Junior College and by 1942 graduated with a BA in psychology from the University of California, Berkeley. In 1943, Kelly continued at UC Berkeley to earn a master's degree in psychology as well. We are spinning for Bakersfield Junior College. Let's go. Oh no. We're coming up on a restart? No, it's fine. It's continue. Okay. University of California, Berkeley next. This is huge. We're kind of cooking now. We actually might win. We might win. We're cooking. Okay, and now we spin for UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley next. UC Berkeley. Thank you very much. We're fine. We're fine. It was very close. We were riding the line there, but one continue away from the restart, bro. Oh my God. On to the next paragraph. Oh my God, no hyperlinks. As with the case for most social psychologists of his era, Kelly was hired by the aviation psychology program of the Army Air Force during World War II, where he worked on developing selection tests and analyzing the performance of aircrew members. By the end of the war, is Harold Kelly our boy? Kelly was advised by his aviation mentor, Stuart Cook, to continue his education. Also, can we get a sub 1 hour? Shortly thereafter, he enrolled at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, in the Center for Group Dynamics, then headed by Kurt Lewin. Okay, we're spinning for MIT. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This might be a chat. We're coming up on 45 minutes. Okay, Kurt Lewin is next. Kurt Lewin is next. Let's see how he's doing. Let's see how our buddy Kurt's doing. Okay, we're good. On to the next sentence. Kelly obtained his PhD from MIT in 1948. We're spinning for MIT once more. Dude, the one restart is such a nail biter. All we have to do is land on this once and we lose. If we land on the red once, we lose. The center moved to the Institute for Social Research at the University of Michigan in 1949 after Lewin's death, and Kelly continued to work with them for a year. Okay, we're spinning for University of Michigan. Please, 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 please. Oh, God. Okay, okay, okay. In 1950, Kelly accepted his first academic position as an assistant professor at Yale, where he worked with Carl Hovland and Irving Janis to write his first collaborative book, Communication and Persuasion. Okay, okay. Slowly but surely, chat. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Okay, 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 okay. Bang. Okay, Carl Hovland next. Carl Hovland, Carl Hovland. We're not gonna fail, chat. We're fine. A lot of you think that this is like very monotonous or unproductive. We're fine. We are going to beat this. I feel fully confident that we are not going to hit that restart. I'm feeling fully confident at this point. Math is finally on our side. We are now spinning for Irving Janis. I've never been more confident over the course of this whole freaking thing. Bang. Okay, next sentence. In 1955, Kelly left Yale and was hired at the University of Minnesota. Ooh, University of Minnesota, W. Spinning for Yale. Wait, why did Shuffle put it in the same place? Oh, I'll take it. University of Minnesota next. Bang. Just gonna take an hour? You guys are so negative. You're so negative, so impatient. Just sit back and enjoy the vibe. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. During this time, Kelly was co-author of a book titled The Social Psychology of Groups, along with John W. Thibaut. Man, he really likes John W. Thibaut. Kelly then moved to UCLA, where he stayed for the rest of his academic career. I'm a realist? Dude, the classic thing that someone who is not fun at parties says when they're pointed out for being pessimistic is saying that they're realistic. Congratulations, you fit an archetype of a person who is hard to be around. All right. We got through UCLA. After retiring in 1991, Kelly remained active as a member of the Emeritus at UCLA. Okay, we're spinning for UCLA once again. Let's go. Why so serious? All right, that's an easy continue. He held many leadership roles, one being the chairman of some of the organizations at UCLA. His work ethic and his passion for social psychology sparked an interest in students towards that field. They used Kelly as, I don't know why UCLA is like twice. That's crazy. Wikipedia needs to edit this page. They used Kelly as a role model to pursue their own individual careers in that same field of psychology. He died of cancer in January 2003 in his Malibu home. I am sorry, Harold Kelly. Okay, we're on to the next section. No hyperlinks, W. One of Kelly's most widely cited theses was one he wrote in 1948, influenced by Solomon Asch's experiment, which was speculating positive or negative impressions were determined by central traits like hot or cold. He described the real person as warm and to others as cold, while their actions and demeanor were identical in both cases. His findings replicated Asch's findings, where the subjects tended to have more positive impressions when the person was to be described to be as warm. Conversely, the subjects tended to have more negative impressions when the person was described as cold. Going back to what I was just talking to that chatter about. If you're a warm, amicable, affable person, you get along with people. If you're a cold, realistic dickhead, people don't like you. We're learning something today. Interdependence theory. Harold Kelly's most important collaboration was with John Thibaut, again, with whom he developed interdependence theory. Okay, John Thibaut, if you end this run, I'll kill you. Okay. Often described as a social exchange theory, interdependence theory was first broadly addressed by Thibaut and Kelly in their 1959 book, The Social Psychologies of Groups, and later more comprehensively formalized in their 1978 book, Interpersonal Relations, a theory of interpants. Pants. All right, we've been to social exchange theory. We are spinning once again. Wait, dude, this is free. Why is it when we got down to 1, it suddenly became free? In the 1998 Handbook of Social Psychology, it is said of Kelly and Thibaut's interdependence theory, given the elegance and profundity of this analysis, there's good reason that its impact will be durable. Indeed, for over 50 years, interdependence theory has influenced generations of scientists studying group dynamics. So, oh no. Oh, that's why you guys were freaking out. Group dynamics, social comparison, attribution, self-presentation, self-regulation, love, commitment, and conflict, among other. Why is conflict not? What, is that where we draw the line? We hyperlink basically every other word under the sun, but not conflict? I mean, that would have been a recipe for disaster. That's fine. Among other topics. Okay, group dynamics. Let's go. We have another gauntlet. More wheel spins. Yes, this is the 7 millionth gauntlet. This could be the end, folks. But not yet. Social comparison next. 76% chance we don't hit it at all in the gauntlet. Oh my God, you did the math, W. Okay. On to attribution. No way it ends here. I freaking hope not, bro. We've come this far. We've tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it has to matter. Oh my God. Okay. Self-presentation next. It is kind of cheese to make it to the end and just have one restart. It's kind of like we're just riding it out at this point. I kind of see it. Self-regulation. But you never know. You never know. It could be the end. Any moment, we're fine. Okay. Love. I love. I wonder how much of the page is left. Nothing, 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 nothing. And now we're spinning for commitment. We're really getting dangerously close to that, bro. We're getting dangerously close to that. Okay, through the gauntlet. Interdependence theory is defined via patterns of no hyperlinks. Patterns of interdependence and interpersonal interactions. I've identified the extent to which one partner can affect and or control the outer. Why are we learning about this? Why is Harold Kelly? I just want to know about Harold Kelly. We don't have to get into the nitty gritty of all this stuff surrounding him. In interpersonal interactions, identify the extent to which one partner can affect and or control the other's outcomes in a given interaction. In interdependence theory, the focus is on the interaction in the sense that between person relationship is just as important as the people themselves. Interdependence theory is conceptualized through an extension of Kurt Lewin's key behavioral equation. Why are we doing math? B equals FPE, in which behavior B is a function of person P and their environment E. Get me out, Kurt Lewin. Get me out, please. Uh-oh. Riding the edge. Using interdependence theory, I equals FSAB, where any given interaction I is represented as a function of the two people in it, A and B, in the context of the specific interdependence situation, S. The theory is set up with a rewards and cost model similar to those used in game theory. Wait, I've actually heard of game theory. I'm a bit of a gamer. He literally almost got us out. That was insane. Okay, we're fine. We're cooking the balance of rewards and costs between partners within a relationship, as well as how well rewards and costs compare to what would be expected in another relationship, predict relationship quality. Kelly used the economic terminology to defend the idea that people are maximizers of good outcomes, high rewards, low costs in relationships, just as they are with finances or other decision making. These reward and cost outcomes are often presented in matrices closely resembling the payoff matrices used in game theory. We have game theory again, but not a lot of other hyperlinks, which had also been adapted in psychological research previously, but not as comprehensively utilized. We spin. Yes, we are getting through the hyperlinks. This is huge. This is huge. Okay. In the matrix, person A's possible actions in the interaction would be listed on the horizontal, and person B's on the vertical. Each cell within the matrix then represents the reward and cost outcomes for both individuals given the particular combination of A's and B's actions. Kelly's used the matrices to provide an objective visual representation of all possible outcomes in a given interaction. We are on to the next section, attribution theory. Kelly liked to consider his main contribution to be his work on interdependence theory and social psychology of personal relationships. He is also very well known for his contributions to attribution theory. Spin for attribution theory. No matter what happens, we end on Harold Kelly on God. Harold Kelly was there when no one else was. His contributions to Geometry Dash will never be forgotten. Kelly published a number of important papers on attribution theory from 1967 to 1973, which described the processes and manner that we attribute causality. Having completed his PhD with Kurt Lewin, Kelly was educated with a Gestalt psychology perspective, such the group is identified as is greater than the sum of its parts. Kurt Lewin again. Let's go. You guys are understanding what I'm saying, right? I'm not talking too fast. Huge continue. Gestalt psychology. I don't know if it's Gestalt or Gestalt. I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's a soft G or a hard G. You understand completely? Fantastic. Okay, during his work on interdependence theory, he began questioning how people decide when a behavior is a function of an individual or a function of their group or dyad membership. Dyad, I have not heard that word in years, bro. I have not heard that crap in years. Okay? At this point is a war of attrition against that one red. Formalizing the work of Fritz Heider, Kelly presented these questions of how people attribute causality at the Nebraska Symposium on Motivation, which catalyzed the further study of attributions. We're hopping over to Fritz Heider. I hardly know her. Did you come up with this? Yes, I did. Dude, this is so dumb. You really think I stole this idea from someone? I don't think anyone else would want to do this. All right, we're done with that. Kelly's view of the attribution theory assumes that the attributions we make are for the most part accurate and logical. In his covariation model, which is also known as his ANOVA model, analysis of variance model, Kelly suggests that people attribute a behavior to whatever it covaries with. Specifically, there are three main aspects of his view. One, consistency. Is the behavior consistent across most people in a given situation? Two, distinctiveness. Does the behavior vary across different situations? And three, consensus. Do most people engage in this behavior in this situation? So we need to hit the covariation model next. Let's bang it out. Oh no, come on, bro. No, we've come so far. Oh my God, this is the run. Now ANOVA. I genuinely think we're almost done, because I think a lot of this bar is going to be like the end of the page where all the references are, and we just have to get to the beginning of the references section. I genuinely think we're close. No, guys, the bar is misrepresentative. I'll show you in just a second. I'll show you in just a sec. This is another continue. Let me highlight this just to remember where we are. We're actually just trying to get like, where's references? Wait, this is references. No, this is publications. Wait, publications is free. Look, we're actually very close. Oh my God, but this is the final gauntlet. So we're actually only trying to get like here. We're actually like halfway there or more than halfway there. Look, we do not have much left. And most of this is hyperlinkless. Yes, we are very close, chat. Yes, we're kind of close. These important components of the attribution process are visually represented in what became known as the Kelly cube, in which persons, entities, and time could each be considered changing to inform how we make attributions. We could still get sub 1 hour if I go very fast. We're so close. Yes, this is the Wikipedia final boss. We might actually beat it. We might actually beat it. Kelly claimed that ordinary individuals, naive psychologists, as they're often referred, and empirical scientists often were similarly accurate in making casual causal inferences. Naive psychologists, let's spin. We're so close, chat. We might actually win. We might actually win. Huge. He emphasized that meso-level psychology, that is what we experience as humans on a daily level, should be the focus of most empirical psychological work, not micro-level phenomena, e.g. brain cell functioning, or macro-level phenomena, e.g. societal shifts. Next section, personal relationships. While exploring the conceptual... Oh my God, no hyperlinks. While exploring the conceptualizations and the possible real-life applications of interdependence theory and attribution theory, Kelly began examining the interactions and perceptions of young couples in harmony and conflict, and the ways in which they negotiated and attempted to resolve conflicts. Kelly's interest in collaboration continued through his life with other colleagues as well. This work led him to elaborate both attribution and interdependence theories in the context of close relationships, resulting in the important and pioneering 1959 book, Personal Relationships. Thank you for not hyperlinking that. A subsequent co-authored volume titled Close Relationships encouraged the examination of topics long ignored in social psychology, such as attraction, love, commitment, power, and conflict relationships. I think these aren't hyperlinked because they were already hyperlinked earlier on the page. Well, later in his career was the first time Kelly began using the terms close and personal relationships. Kelly's interest in the topic stemmed back to his earliest works. In his book, The Social Psychology of Groups, 1959, nearly all of his examples are formed from dyadic interactions. Similarly, interdependence theory was formulated with interactions functioning as a result of two individuals in their specific interdependent situation. In this way, interactions within a group could always be brought down to the level of a pair. Through his work on personal relationships, Kelly formalized the definition of an interpersonal relationship. First, in 1979, Kelly identified the three essential elements of a personal relationship. 1, interdependence and the consequences of specific behaviors. 2, interaction that is responsive to one another's outcomes. And 3, attribution of interaction events to dispositions. In this conceptualization, Kelly brought together his major research areas: interdependence, attributions, and personal relationships. Kelly later went on to create an operational definition of a close relationship in his 1983 Close Relationships Collaboration, as a close relationship is one of strong, frequent, and diverse interdependence that lasts over a considerable period of time. Well, after his retirement, Kelly brought together another group of leading researchers to tackle the creation of a taxonomy of prototypical social situations derived abstractly from theoretically distinct patterns of interdependence. This 6-year project culminated in an atlas of interpersonal situations. Collaboration. Kelly's relationship with John Tippett, there he is again, from 1953 to 1986, is recognized as one of the greatest psychological collaborations of all time. God, they loved each other. They probably did stuff together. Oh my God, there he is. We're almost there, chat. That was a huge chunk. Kelly's interest in collaboration continued throughout his lifetime with other colleagues, as well as indicated by the extensive list of co-authors on his text, Close Relationships, and an atlas of interpersonal situations. Kelly's pursuit of collaboration led to the development of the first Society for Relationships Researchers, the International Society for the Study of Personal Relationships, ISSPR. Kelly served as one of its earliest leaders as president from 1987 to 1990. This group has since evolved and is now part of the International Association for Relationships Research, IARR. We are spinning. We're almost there. We're just trying to get to references, chat. We're just trying to get to references. Okay. On to the next section, awards. Kelly received numerous awards and accreditation for his contributions to the field of psychology, namely the Distinguished Scientific Contribution Award from the American Psychological Association in 1971, the Cooley Mead Award from the American Sociological Association in 1999, and recognition by the Society of Experimental Social Psychology, the Society for Psychological Studies of Social Issues, the American Psychological Society, and the International Society for the Study of Personal Relationships. We have to spin for this now. Oh, this is a long sentence. I swear if we lose here, I'm gonna lose it. We have to win. We have to win. We've hit 1 hour, but I still believe. Who here believes? Let me know in chat if you believe. We are spinning for American Sociological Association. Oh my God, this is a mouthful. We cannot lose now. Sunk cost fallacy at its finest. Sunk cost fallacy at its absolute finest. This is the final chunk, chat. Or no. We're on to the final big section. We have like 3 final sections, but it's like all reading. Professional activities. Acting General Editor, Journal of Social Issues, 1949. Member, Behavioral Sciences Study Section, National Institute of Mental Health, 1957 to 1960. And we spin for the book, or the association, whatever it is. We have it. We can get to the end, chat. It's been over an hour. We've got this, though. Member Behavioral Sciences Fellowship Review Panel, Career Development Branch, National Institutes of Health, 1962 to 65. Chairman, Program Committee for 1962 Convention of California State Psychological Association, December 1962. Member, Policy and Planning Board, American Psychological Association, 1962 to 64. Member, Editorial Board, Annual Review of Psychology, 1963 to 65, 1976 to 78. Spinning for Annual Review. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please no, please no, please no. Thank you. Oh my God. We're continuing. Member Council Society for the Psychological Study of Social Issues, 1964 to 66. President, Division 8, Division of Personality and Social Psychology, American Psychological Association, 1965 to 1966. Member, Board of Scientific Affairs, American Psychological Association, 1966 to 1968. Member, Committee on Transnational Social Psychology, Social Science Research Council, 1966 to 73. Member, Mental Health Extramural Research Advisory Committee, National Institute of Mental Health, 1966 to 70. This section is dumb and sucks. President, Western Psychological Association, 1969 to 70. He held so many positions. Member, Board of Directors, Social Science Research Council, 1975 77. Just skip to one, or just stick to one place. National Academy of Sciences Class Membership Committee, 1980 1981. Member, Working Group on Social Interaction, Committee on Basic Research in Behavioral and Social Sciences, National Research Council, 1985. Member, Committee on the Contribution of the Behavioral and Social Sciences to the Prevention of Nuclear War, Commission on Behavioral and Social Sciences and Education, National Academy of Science / National Research Council, 1985 to 1988. President, International Society for the Study of Personal Relationships, 1987 to 90. Major publications. I think this is the second to last section. Books, Halvin C.I., Janice I.L., and Kelly H.H., 1953. Communication and Persuasion, New Haven, Yale University Press. Thibaut, J.W., and Kelly H.H., 1959. The Social Psychology of Groups, New York, Wiley. Kelly H.H. and Thibaut, J.W., 1978. Interpersonal Relations, The Theory of Interdependence, New York, Wiley, Inner Science. Kelly H.H., 1979. Personal Relationships, Their Structures and Processes, Hillsdale, New Jersey. Earlbaum Associates, Kelly H.H., Burscheid E., Christensen A., Harvey J.H., Huston D.L., Levenger G., McClintock E., Purple L.A., and Peterson D.R., 1983. Close Relationships, New York, W.H., Freeman, Kelly H.H., Holmes, J.G., Care, NL, Rise, H.D., Rusbold, C.E., and Van Lange, PAM, 2003, and Atlas of Interpersonal Situations, New York, Cambridge University Press. Selected articles and chapters. Note there's only a partial list of Kelly's numerous publications. Publications reflected for their importance as indexed by citation counts. All included below are over 100 citations. Kelly H.H., 1950, The Warm Cold Variable and First Impressions of Persons, Journal of Personality, 18, 431, 439. Kelly H.H., 1951. Communication experimentally created hierarchies. Human relations, relations, 4, 39 to 56. Kelly H.H. and Wokart E.H., 1952. The resistance to change of group-anchored attitudes. American Sociological Review, 17, 453 to 465. Kelly H.H., 1952. Two functions of reference groups. And G.E. Swanson, T.M. Newcomb, and E.L. Hartley, eds. Readings in Social Psychology, 2nd ed. pp. 410 to 414. New York, Holt, Reinhardt, and Winston. Yes, I just laughed at pp. Fessinger, L. Gerard, H.B. Heimovich, B. Kelly H.H. and Raven B, 1952. The influence process in the presence of extreme deviates. Human Relations 5, 327 to 346. Kelly H.H. and Thibaut J.W., 1954. Experimental Studies of Group Problem Solving and Process. And G. Lindsay, ed. Handbook of Social Psychology, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Kelly H.H. and Arrowwood A.J., 1960. Coalitions of the Triad. Critique and Experiment Sociometry, 23, 231 to 244. Ditz J.E. and Kelly H.H., 1956. Effects of Different Conditions of Acceptance upon Conformity to Group Norms. Journal of Normal and Social Psychology, 53, 6 to 74. Kelly H.H., 1965. Experimental Studies of Threats and Interpersonal Negotiations. Journal of Conflict Resolution, 9, 81 to 107. Kelly H.H., 1966. Classroom Study of the Dilemmas and Interpersonal Negotiations. And K. Archibald, ed. Strategic Interaction and Conflict, pages 49 to 73. Berkeley, California, University of California Institute of International Studies. Kelly H.H., 1967. Attribution Theory and Social Psychology. Nebraska Symposium on Motivation, 15, 192 to 238. Kelly H.H. and Thibaut J.W., 1969. And G. Lindsay and E. Aronson, eds. Handbook of Social Psychology, Volume 4, 2nd edition, pp. 1, 101. Reading Massachusetts, Addison to Wesley. Kelly H.H., 1978. 1970. I almost said 1978. The social interaction basis of cooperators and competitors' beliefs about others. Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, 16 to 66 to 91. I am in hell. Benton A.A. and Kelly H.H. and Liebling B, 1972. Effects of extremity of offers and concession rate on the outcomes of bargaining. Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, 24, 73 to 84. Kelly H.H., 1973. Process of Causal Attribution. American Psychologist, 28, 107 to 128. Orvis B.R., Cunningham J.D., and Kelly H.H. He really works with Kelly H.H. a lot. 1975. Closer Examination of Causal and Inference, the Roles of Consensus, Distinctiveness, and Consistency in Information. Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, 32, 605 to 616. Breaker H.B. and Kelly H.H., 1979. Conflict in the Development of Close Relationships. And R.L. Burgess and T.L. Houston. Eds. Social Exchange and Developing Relationships. Pages 135 to 168, New York Academic Press, Kelly H. and Michaela JL, 1980 Attribution Theory and Research, Annual Review of Psychology, 31, 457 to 501. This is the last section. We just have to get through C also, and we'll make it to the end. But first we have to spin for Annual Review of Psychology. Please, please, please. This is the final section, chat. We just have to get through C also and make it to references. This is a whole ass gauntlet. If we lose here, we lose forever. But we just have to make it through these hyperlinks and we will have won. See also, collaborators, advisors, colleagues, Ellen Burscheid. We're spinning for Ellen Burscheid, please. Ellen Burscheid, please, please, please. 8.4% chance to pass this entire article? That is crazy. Fritz Heider. Is it on our side, chat? Is it on our side? Fritz Heider next. Fritz Heider, please, 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 please. Okay. We got this, chat. We got this. Continue. Kurt Lewin next. Kurt Lewin next. We're so close, man. It's the final gauntlet. It's the final gauntlet. We got this. We got this. I know we can do it. No. Yes. Donald R. Peterson. Donald R. Peterson is up next. Shuffle. Please. Okay. Carol Rusbolt. Give me Carol Rusbolt, please. Oh my God, please, just lock it in for the love of God. I've read so many words today. John Thibaut, his old friend. Will his old friend betray him in a tragic act of betrayal and defiance in the final hour? Please, dude. Thibaut, please. Thibaut, do not. Oh my God, we were one away. Thibaut, I swear to God. Paul Van Lange. We are now spinning for Paul Van Lange, please. Please. We're fine. We're doing fine. Relevant psychological contributions. This is the final subsection of the final section, chat. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to survive 8 more spins. We're spinning for social psychology, our old nemesis. Will it be the one to take us out? Please. Okay, easy clear for social psychology. Interpersonal relationship. We learned a lot about human relationships today. Will it also be the thorn to take us out? Deep breaths, chat. Deep breaths. Can we get sub 110? We're at 108.24 right now. Can we get a sub 110 time? Not a sub 1 hour, but a sub 110. Intimate relationship. Let's keep the ball rolling. Please. Huge continue, Chunk. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. We are chilling, bro. Covariation model. I have heard the word covariation many times today. I could still not tell you what it means, gun to my head. I will not. Okay, we're fine. That is a continue. Huge fat continue. Attribution theory. Another term that we've seen quite a bit today that I still could not tell you. Something is attributed to something within a theory of everything. No. Yes! Oh my God! Implicit personality theory. The clutch is insane. Oh my God, my heart is racing. Halo effect next. Guys, 2 spins left. We are 2 spins away from winning it all. Can we do it? Please. No. There's just no way. We had 1 more spin left. Halo effect took us down. Frickin' Bungie, bro! Frickin' Master Chief just killed us! Bro, I can't believe it. It would have been a sub 110 too. Well, folks, Harold Kelly, he tried his best. But ultimately, Halo effect was our downfall. That was a movie. I'm glad you liked it. Chat. And then don't worry, I'm not ending stream right now. I'm just ending this because this is going to be a YouTube video. Please let me know if you want to see this again. Please let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for how we can make it better. Also, if you have general suggestions of stupid segments like this that you want to see me do and endure on stream, feel free to add those in the comments. Or join my Discord and go to the stream suggestions channel, and you can also post those there. I'm down to do more stupid stuff like this. I think it's what makes streaming fun and special. I'm glad you all enjoyed this today. I'm sorry that we lost. Literally at the 5-yard line, we fumbled. Literally at the 5-yard line. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I know this was a little out there. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. All right. Damn, bro. All right, we need to take a quick ad break, chat. I need to drink some water and breathe for a second. We're gonna hop into Bloodbath, okay? One more round is crazy. We are not doing another round. That was one of the most exhausting things I've ever done on stream. Bro, I was moving my mouth the whole past over an hour. That was crazy. Why did I do that? That was miserable. All right, Bloodbath. And to all of you who stuck around with me, even though it made no sense and was weird, I salute you. We're going to take a quick 3-minute ad break, and we'll be right back for Bloodbath. Go ahead and stretch. Ah, damn, bro. Oh, man. Oh, my God. 2 hours into the stream. Some of y'all are so chippy about me not playing Bloodbath, but you don't realize that, like, we just made a movie together. Some of you, I understand, like, understand the vision. Others don't. I feel like what we just did was so much better than Bloodbath. That's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. How many people here joined in the middle of this and still barely have an idea? What was that? Yeah, I feel like if you weren't there at the beginning, you were probably pretty lost. My throat is pretty sore. Like, full disclosure, chat. If my stream just became like weird, fun segments like that, that's kind of the goal. And I think we can get there. It's just going to take some time. That'd be sick. Yeah, Julian. I saw you in chat. I was like, hell yeah. I'm interested to see how the video does on like YouTube and Spotify. I'm interested to see what the long form audience thinks of it. It's fun to come up with manic, weird ideas when you're in bed and you can't fall asleep. Yeah, dude, Day 40 is a movie. Only nerds would watch that on YouTube, right? I feel like you underestimate how nerdy the people who watch YouTube are. Dude, genuinely, my throat's sore. Wait, actually, that's not a bad idea. One of the few things 100,000 times better on stream than YouTube. No, yeah. I think that's generally the goal with like stream first content is like, I mean, the way I view like my stream segment videos, like I want the people who watch the videos to be like, oh crap, I wish I was there live, you know? Can you hear the strain in my voice right now? Like, can you hear that it's like freaking... All right, this is the prediction from yesterday. It was a no, but now we're going for Bloodbath and 4 runs today, chat. Yes or no? Get your bubbles in. You can have 2 minutes because my throat hurts. Yeah, exactly. I like stuff where it's like there's just excitement to it because we didn't know how it was going to end, right? Like, I think that was the beauty of the structure of that Wikipedia speedrun we just did was like, if we won, it would have been awesome. If we choked right at the end like we did, it was still awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it was a movie no matter the outcome. I do wish we had won, though. But yeah, if people like it, I mean, I'd be down to do that again. But we'll see what the YouTube frogs think. Wait, this is crazy. Y'all really believe in me. Is it because we got 64% yesterday? All right, I'm gonna let y'all cook with that. Let's boot up the game. Brah, brah. Let's see how it is and what it do. Let's start with GG boy. Can we get a run first try? Nope. Second try. I'm so washed. Third try. Fourth try. Fifth try. Dude, what has happened? Oh my god, this looks like I'm playing this for the first time. I bet you guys regret your bubbles now. Wait, I'm him. All you need to do is to do the sonic ball. You're right. That part's easy in isolation. Here, let's warm up a sonic. Actually, let me see if I can get it from here. Ah! Dang, chat. My throat is shot. I hope I don't lose my voice tomorrow. Like I said, start a stream. I practiced this quite a bit last night. So the sleep buff might go crazy. I also got like 10 hours of sleep last night. I was pretty like sleep deprived from my LA trip. Like I didn't really get a lot of sleep. So that was like the most sleep I've gotten in like the better part of a week. Still tired though. I feel like I need like one more night's sleep to really feel like fully refreshed. You know what I'm saying? We don't regret nutting. What? You did what? I feel that. Yeah, dude. I'm like, I didn't realize how tired I was until I like slept in my own bed again. It's crazy how it can just like all catch up to you. A little low on those clicks. By the way, when I was a kid, I thought you could lose your voice by speaking a lot. You actually can. That's genuinely a thing. Like when I was a theater actor, that happened to people a lot. Especially when you're projecting. I mean, in theory, like if you're speaking fully healthily, you don't exhaust your voice. But I certainly was not speaking healthily just then. I was very much straining from my throat because I was excited. But yeah, like theater actors have to go on vocal rest all the time because even if you do it fully healthily, it still kind of exhausts like your system to just like talk that powerfully all the time. It's like overusing, just overusing your instrument. The same way like car brakes wear out after a long time of use, right? I did theater for a bit in school and I always lost my voice. Yeah, and also some people are just like more predisposed to it genetically. Like some people need more like formal training in order to get rid of unhealthy habits than others. Like some people just kind of naturally speak with healthier habits. Pretty sure it's difficult to lose your voice by just talking at a regular voice level, though. I mean, comparatively, yeah, sure. But also, like, if you are just nonstop talking, then it does affect you. Like, I'm pretty sure any streamer can tell you, or at least, like, talkative yap-based streamers, if you don't stream for a while, and then, like, you're talking for, like, even 2 hours straight, you feel the wear, bro. Like, I don't think it's just from, like, when you're straining or, like, yelling. Like, I do think it just comes from, like, overuse. But, of course, your mileage may vary depending on, again, like, how much you're used to using your voice, and to just, like, biologically how much your voice can handle being used. But, yeah. Also, my throat's probably just a little more disposed to being sore because I still have my spring allergies. So it's already not like at 100%. It's like at it's working at like freaking, let's say 80%. Dude, I cannot get a Sonic today. How long did you do theater? I started in high school, and then I went to school for it for 4 years. And then I did a bit of it when I was living in New York, and not much since. But I would argue that as a performer and entertainer, all of my theatrical experience still echoes throughout my life, you know? So even though I don't like, I'm no longer performing on a stage, I mean, I'm streaming, and I'm very much like the way I behave on stream is very much informed by my years of doing theater. Versus someone who didn't do theater. Like, I'm not saying that in a superior way. I'm saying, like, someone who is not a theater actor or stage actor would stream very differently than the way I do. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I've lived, like, an interesting life, I suppose. Anyway, I could really go for a smoothie right now. What's the best fruit? My opinion is mango. I think tropical fruit is delicious. But also pineapple, I think, is like a freaking anti-inflammatory. I could really go for some pineapple juice right now. Bananas? Yeah, some people like bananas. I don't hate bananas, but, you know. I have to be in the mood for bananas, and sometimes I burn out on bananas. Banana. Prickly pear? Is that real? I thought that was just like in the Jungle Book. I knew like Baloo was like a prickly pear, but I've never had one of those. Apples or mangoes? Fair enough. My frickin' thing keeps disappearing. There we go. Bro, I gotta get this like at least once to feel anything. Ah! That orb spam is just taking advantage of me, and I don't really appreciate it. It's delicious, trust. I guess I gotta get around to eating a prickly pear at some point, but I don't even know where I would commandeer such a thing. I guess the woods out behind my house. I like to eat some of the mushrooms that are out there sometimes, but they make me feel funny. Okay. I feel like one clear is probably enough. Let's see how answer is. Yeah, that was about what I expected. Prickly pears are from cactuses? Oh, so should I find a desert? If I moved to the desert and I streamed it, would you guys watch it? Oh, that's good enough. I'm just gonna go from here. What the heck? Who even cares, man? Not me. Papaya smells like vomit? Wait, really? I feel like I haven't smelled papaya before. Or do you just have a gene, like how some people, when they eat cilantro, it tastes like soap to them? Do you have the gene that makes papaya smell like vomit? Like, I don't know what papaya smells like, so I can't fact check that for you. Does anyone else know? Put some sand and that's a desert? You want me to fill my stream room with sand and just like spark up a stream and be like, guys, I'm in a desert right now. And you guys are just like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm in the desert. Look at me. I feel like that would be cause for concern. I've never seen a desert live stream. Well, if I pan the camera down, you'd see all the sand in my room. But I'm not going to do that. I like to keep it just above the nipples. Otherwise, there's just too much in frame. Papayas for me don't smell like vomit at all. Yeah, I would suspect such. I don't think any fruit smells like vomit unless it's rotten. Green screens exist? Yeah, but they take like forever to... I don't really want to set more stuff up. One of the most annoying things about streaming is whenever you have to set something up. And it's crazy because like you can stream a lot and have most things set up and then somehow like there's just more to set up always. Which I hate. I'm lazy. I just want to play the game. What if I got a green screen and I just had like a monkey in the background? Not like a video of a monkey, just like the giant face of a monkey just forever looming right behind me. Would that be good for you? Guys, it's okay. We don't have to keep talking about vomit. I know some of you really like it. Okay, I feel like we're kind of... Crack's getting warmed up. That's hard? You mean like it's hard to not talk about vomit? I guess if it's one of your favorite things, it probably is hard. Guys, we might have some emetophobic people in chat. You don't think. Are you guys familiar with that term, emetophobe? I think that's right. I think that's the term for someone who's like afraid of vomit. Or, you know, there's always the possibility, like, I mean, I watch streams a lot when I eat. Someone could be eating right now and they're just like, man, I really loved the part when you talked about vomit with chat for like 5 minutes. When I was trying to eat my beef stroganoff. Ew, can you not? I tried to stop them, man. How about you give us a new conversation topic? How does that sound? Because clearly we lost our way somewhere along the way. I asked about fruit and then somehow we got stuck on something gross. We can talk about Bloodbath? I'd rather not. Believe it or not, on day 40 of streaming Bloodbath, I don't think there's more for us to talk about with Bloodbath. I recognize that it's really confusing for most people because I think the way they see me and kind of quantify me is they're just like, oh, this is a guy who streams the game Geometry Dash, therefore his favorite thing to talk about must be Geometry Dash. And honestly, I still view this way for my stream. This game is a backdrop for us to literally talk about whatever we want. I've said this before, but I'll say it for every stream until our chat gets the memo. It's like the chat could be whatever we want it to be. It's just the natural entropy for like a game that people who are watching are hyper fixated on is that they want to talk about the game. That is an option, but like for me, I'd rather talk about pretty much anything else. That is like, I feel like 99% of the time we're already talking about Geometry Dash, so what the heck? Why don't we spice it up a bit and maybe make it more like 80-20, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it gets so bland. Like, we would talk about, like, freaking kings and queens and stuff. Or, like, how cool it would be if, like, you owned a sword. Yeah, the gameplay is like Subway servers in the background. And the stream is our canvas. We can paint on it whatever we wish. Yeah, yesterday's stream was awesome. Chat really got the vibe. They really understood that, like, I could say some shit, then they say some shit, and then together we say some shit right back to each other. We need your hair routine. Do you want my genuine opinion on like hair routines and that kind of thing? And maybe this is a bit cynical. I think that I think hair is boiled down mostly to genetics. Like if you have good hair genetics, your hair is going to be fine. But if you have bad hair genetics, like there's no routine that will genetic your hair. Because my whole life, people have asked me for my hair routine, and the course of my whole life, my hair routine has changed a lot. Like when I was a young boy, I used to just shampoo every day, never condition. And like the girls in my school and high school would be like, oh my God, what do you do to your hair? I just be like, I use 2-in-1 shampoo and body wash, you know? Now, like, since my hair is longer, I do like more for it, but I think at the end of the day, and I'm not saying that like in an ego way. I think I'm just kind of recognizing that I have good hair genetics, and I'm thankful for that. Some people don't have good hair genetics, but I feel like I would be a little dishonest to pretend like, oh yeah, just shampoo once every other day and condition and and your hair will look like mine. Like, I just don't think that's how it works. Especially since, like, people's hair texture and quality is also different. But yeah. Let me guess, how old are you? You're 75. How did you know that? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get chat talking to each other. I like when y'all talk to each other. I hate when the stream is just like a guy trying to have a one-sided conversation with me. I want y'all to hang out and experience the phenomenon that is engaging with the stream and the chat. It's beautiful. Tej, what's your next sub goal? It's on screen, but if that was engagement bait, it worked. Why? Because I think the whole point of streaming, by my estimation, is to have a funny chat that says funny things that make the streamer a funnier streamer. And I think anything that doesn't work towards that is, like, not good. Again, that's a question of, like, what your priority is as a streamer. My priority as the streamer is to talk about stuff that's interesting and to make funny observations or funny remarks about that stuff. And it's a lot harder to do that when chat is just like, yo, bro, what's your current best? I recognize that why they would say that, but like, it's not why I stream. Bro, I have a receding hairline at 19. Hey, man, I mean, I do think that the conventional wisdom is like, you just gotta own it is probably the best. But, you know, that's certainly an individual journey and probably another one of those things that's easier said than done. But I also kind of feel like people drastically overestimate, like, when their hairline's receding or not. I'm not saying that that's your situation, but sometimes people's hairlines are perfectly fine. They're just like, bro, I'm going bald. And then they have, like, a hairline that's down to their eyebrows, and people are just like, bro, come on. Like, are you trying to get attention, or like, what is it? Oops. But I also think in this day and age, it's easy to perpetuate kind of a negative self-image of yourself due to what we talked about before, right? Just being online and constantly comparing yourself to others unconsciously. But, you know. Why don't we just say hot takes and rate each other's takes? Sure, go for it. If it's too fucked up of a take, I'm not going to read it, and I might ban you, but... Chatter discretion is advised. But I've just streamed too long. I know that some people who don't understand social etiquette will take that as a cosign to just say some straight up out-of-pocket shit. And I'm just saying, I'm keeping my eye on you. My hot take is insects are underrated and only get a bad rep because of flies and mosquitoes. Ron, you really like bringing up insects in the chat. This might be the second or third time. Bro's a bit of an insect aficionado, I guess. All right, I got through the straight fly. Where are you from? My mom's womb. It was dark in there. It took my eyes a while to adjust to the light, but they eventually did. Bees are awesome? Yeah. Oh, that probably is a cold take, yeah. Teej is the only guy that makes reactions, not cheap content. Yeah, I try my best. I like to minimum at least say, whoa, that's crazy, instead of just going full nonverbal, you know? I think that's why they pay me the big bucks. Whoa, that's crazy. Something out of pocket happens in the video? Dude, no way. Cold take B is awesome. It's probably my favorite letter of the alphabet, yeah. What's everybody's favorite letter of the alphabet? Please keep it appropriate. B is pretty tough. S is good. You can draw it in that kind of sick way. Z is the best letter. It does look like the direction of slashing a sword, which I think is pretty epic. Wait, I came up with that because of Zoro. I thought that I was just observing that for the... No, that's Zoro. Well... What if I did a stream where I just watched all of the Zoro movies? That'd be pretty good. L is literally an L. Oh, wait, yeah, W is probably the best letter, no? I hadn't really thought of it that way. W is a W, by definition. Fuck! Ah! Fraud or applaud. For those of you who were yesterday, do you remember? Nothing gets past you.
Ah! I'm so angry. I'm becoming the Incredible Hulk right now. Rah, rah, ree, rah, rah, rah.
Fraud or applaud. Yeah, that one was real. No! No, please don't. I hate this fraud fucking thing. Can we all agree that that chatter needs to calm down? Jesus. Holy shit. Bro is crashing out about a game we're playing on stream. Bro needs therapy. Holy shit. Bro got a yeah, over a game. Yeah, we found the true fraud. Bro is not a fan of me. Yeah, it's not that deep. That's another thing. I like when people are in my chat and we all just drop our egos and we become one. Do you guys think these pink orbs would taste pretty good? I feel like it could go either way. They could taste like a gobstopper or maybe like fruity. You know what I'm saying? They can't be bad. I'm not here to watch someone play a game while playing a game. Well, I don't like you, so I'm just going to ban you. I think that you're hard to be around, and I recommend in your life to stop being such a privileged, annoying douchebag so that the people around you in your life will, like, get along with you better. Sorry if that was severe, but, like, I genuinely... I mean that, and I wish the best for you. also there's the sentiment of like, if you don't have something nice to say, that you shouldn't say it. Also, like, you always have the option to just vibe rather than like getting pissy about something that doesn't matter. You'd think that some of these chatters are held hostage. Certainly, I think usually the algorithm chatters behave a little more like that. The Twitch chatters don't usually do that. But the people who like are fed it by their YouTube algorithm, they're just like, ah, crap. This is the thing that's in front of me now. Damn it, I can't escape. What can you do? Je ne sais quoi. What orb tastes the best? Yeah, chat, that's a great question. What orb do you think tastes the best? Yo, bro, today's kind of sad. My girl cheated on me today, but I hope none of this happened to y'all. But hope you guys have a great day, though. Damn, bro. That sucks. I hope you have a green orb to eat. Yeah, green would go hard. Nah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You know what never cheats on you, chat? Geometry Dash. I bet green orb would kind of be sour apple flavor, no? I kind of want to suck on it. Like, really bad. I want to suck on it right now. Green could also be watermelon. I feel like pink or red is usually watermelon, no? Black orb would taste like death. I feel like black orb would probably taste like black licorice, which, chat, thoughts? I'm not crazy about licorice. I've tried it so many times, and I just don't understand what people see in that taste profile. Like, it feels kind of like medicine. But maybe I'm crazy. Yellow is cheese? Yellow is usually lemon, I think. Green Jell-O? I don't remember the last time I had Jell-O. Are people actively eating Jell-O in their lives? There's no way that's good for macros. Unless you're eating like meat Jell-O. Oh, there probably is like protein-based Jell-O. Jell-O no sugar is really good, actually. Fuck. I guess I should get on that. The Jell-O chocolate pudding at Red 40? That sucks. I ate like pretty much a dozen of those a day when I was a kid. I hope that doesn't have long-term repercussions. Maybe that's why it's hard for me to get up in the morning. Do you guys ever think about stuff? Sometimes I think about stuff like, man, math is kind of crazy. No, never? Can't please everybody. Some people don't think. Like these freaking people on the road I got to deal with. Rarely a thought's entered their mind on at least when they're driving. Can you guys rate that last joke you heard out of 10? I can workshop it for the next time. Oops. That was pretty good. It was pretty foolproof. I just want to say right now to all those in chat who are fighting against the people who keep trying to bring up Geometry Dash right now, you are doing the Lord's work, and I appreciate you. This is the fight that we fight on our own soil, on the TeejVeen stream. I want to have joy and whimsy. And I will fight for it until my dying breath. Hold on. Fuck! Honestly, I love science, like the principle of least action. Is that something we read on Wikipedia today? What is the principle of least action? What? Does talking about how orbs taste count? No, I don't think it does. As long as the question has joy and whimsy to it, I don't think it counts. But if something is literally like, yo, bro, I just got 16% on this level, that's usually the kind of chat message that makes me want to take my own life into my hands. Because if I don't, no one else will, you know? Dude, I was scrolling Geometry Dash and I stumbled upon the Bowser F GIF. I don't know what that is. I was farting and then I pooped. Yeah, so that's one of those inside thoughts that we've been talking about. Like, if you say that during a job interview, well, I guess it depends. It depends on what job you're going for. I guess some people might hire you based off that, but I would say that's a red flag on the employer's part if you say, I was farting and then I pooped, and then the employer's like, yeah, I gotta hire this guy. Okay. Yeah, I gotta hire the I was farting and then I pooped guy. You start tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's all to say, like, I just want you to be careful and take care of yourself. The poop job? Yeah, the poop smith. Did you guys know I own a castle? Probably not. Why have we circled back to bodily excretions again? So, GD viewers are usually under the age of 4 years old. And therein lies the evidence. Dude, I'm gonna frickin', I think that I'm gonna frickin' win. Fuck. Okay, the straight fly is kind of buns today. Hold on. Let me get like 2 clears from the straight fly. It's kind of trolling. Everything else has been pretty good, though. Having trouble locking into this part, though. I should have done this a while ago. That's my fault. I was too busy talking about, I don't know. What was some stuff we were talking about? Other than the obvious. Sorry. Excuse me. That just pissed off some people. Wait, did I eat my cheese stick? Aw, fuck, man. I just looked down and I saw my cheese stick wrapper and I realized I ate it. Like Patrick in SpongeBob when he eats his lollipop and he's like, what the fuck? You guys remember that episode? And SpongeBob was like, yo, this is a kid's show, Patrick. You can't say that. And he's like, hey, fuck you, SpongeBob. I think they stopped airing that one after 9/11. Ah, fuck. So some of you don't know it. Would you rather have toes as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your toes? Toe 2. No, I'd rather have, Sometimes I look down at my feet and I'm like, I wish these were hands. Okay, that's one. Let me get one more straight fly clear. Like the way monkeys have opposable thumbs on their toes, so probably fingered toes. But also, I don't really know. And I'm afraid now that chat has veered towards talking about feet, so I'm gonna change the topic. How about the way have you guys ever noticed that etc. You know what I'm saying? No, not pizza and burgers. Come on. Get your head out of the vomit. Sorry, I brought it back to vomit. I've been psyoped by chat talking about fluids. Wait, sorry. I should let it go. But I was just about to say, is vomit a fluid? I don't think it is. Oh wait, no, it is. I was thinking liquid. Sorry. And to those of you eating right now, I'm sorry. Huge clear. I should probably do this really quick. Yeah, that's why. Let me do a Sonic again. Hold on. Because I feel like I'm going to get through crack and then I'm just going to do something whack. Like that. Heterogeneous mixture. What? My shoe size is 15.5. Guys, what's going on? Let's do the thing where we get on the same page. That'd be cool. You know what? Let's just talk about crack. Nah. I'm too busy right now. I can't really talk about that. Oops. Damn, we gotta be more creative, man. Yeah, I'm doing my best to help y'all, but I don't really know what we're gonna do. But I think we've been doing better at figuring out how to do that. Like, we've definitely been pushing the envelope. I feel like we've found, or we're getting closer to where we were always meant to be. Which, if that's not Geometry Dash, I don't know what is. Sorry, I need to lock in on this part. Oops. A Sonic's been a nightmare for me, man. Since I came back from my vacation, I don't really... I do not know. I don't know. Let's talk about your favorite instruments, shall we? I don't know. What's your favorite instruments? I like the piano. I find it soothing and relaxing. And I also like instruments of torture. Oops. Hold on. I'm really ass on this part. Damn it! My eyes glazed over. My eyes glazed over. I forgot that my eyes used to glaze over for a Sonic for me to get that. Holy run! That was almost through all Vetzer. Okay. Back to Evasium. Let's go for the run. Should I have probably gone for one more Asonic Clear and not just one Fluke? Yes. But can you stop bullying me? I just joined and the first thing I hear is Instruments of Torture. Ah, what can you do? We talk about everything under the sun here. Except for two things. And that's, well, they're unspeakable. I can't speak them. Can you try getting a new best from 0? No. But they're not untypable? Yeah, but I can't type right now because I'm playing a really hard game that I'm not very good at. But I would type them if I could. Yeah, actually, they're just unspeakable because they're hard for me to pronounce. It's not because they're inappropriate, it's just because, I can't say them. Hey, TJ, do you think I should jump to open windows? I don't think you should jump out of open windows. I think that's dangerous. I think you should stay indoors, or at least when you're indoors, don't contemplate jumping out of an open window. Hope that helps. No! Oh my God, someone yelled. Applaud? It's hard to tell, man. I don't know. Ever since Aeon Air said that, I've been starting to think maybe he's right. Maybe nothing's real. Chat, thoughts? Do you think everything is real or nothing is real? Teej, what do you think is the best level to just get better at the game? Whichever one you're playing. And everybody clapped. I am real, but everything else is not. Yes, solipsism. We're back to solipsism in the chat. The I'm 12 and this is deep of philosophy. Sounds like a theory of everything. You're damn right. Sorry, I meant darn. Sorry, that was inappropriate. Everything is just your perception and what you make of it? No. From your perspective, yes. But if you view life and the world as only effectual from your perspective, you might be a narcissist. Hence solipsism. Some people are just like, instead of saying I think therefore I am, some people said I think therefore I'm the only one who was, you know? And who be. Which is why typically children think that. If you're an adult and you genuinely think that, you might be a piece of shit asshole. You just said fuck like 5 times and now you're avoiding damn? Oh yeah. It's a case-by-case basis. Is it only me or Bloodbath gameplay sucks? I'm glad you brought this up. It is only you, and all of us have been talking about you behind your back. Sorry. That's not true. Just in case that sends you spiraling, that was a bit. How do you call a narcissist that does not treat people like ass? I think they're one and the same. I don't think I've ever met a narcissist who's like kind to others. It's kind of in the name, right? I have met plenty of narcissists who use other people to meet their own ends, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it's shitty. Viewing people as purely transactional. What can you do? Most of those people just become CEOs. Ha cha 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 cha. Sorry. You'll get a new best run now? Hey, okay, let's do it. I don't blame you, I blame myself. There's no crime for believing in me, chat. Unless you think me letting you down is a crime. Oops. No. If you jump at the right times, you can do anything. We're talking about the game, right? Bah. Bah. Am I crazy to say that I was literally better at this yesterday when I was fully derusting? I feel like I'm worse than yesterday. I know progress isn't linear, but I'm still pissy about it. You didn't hear about the cheat to reality? I always jump to summon a sandwich when I'm hungry. I thought that was something everybody could do. I thought it was pedestrian. I didn't realize that it was like something special. Like blinking or breathing. You guys don't just jump to get a sandwich? Oops. What was the react today? I was late. We just pulled up your text messages and we read them aloud. Interesting stuff in there. What's up, weird minion? I wanna take 57% and I wanna just like lay it down and smother it with love and compassion. Just like give it the attention that it always deserved but never got. I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute ad break because I need to pee. I'll be right back. That was our best run today though. We made it to a Sonic W. know the world can see us in a way that's different than who we are. Good evening. Bro, I don't even know about this shit. Wait, what? My ad should be over, no? Harold Kelly. Those who know. Those who know. Ta Odep, thank you for the sub. Holy cow, brother. That was pretty cool. That's like the coolest thing you can do. Chat, I really want to get this freaking run today. Ah. I hate to be that guy. But we're 2 sub points away from our follower goal. If anybody has some primes, could you consider prime subbing? It's the thing where like you attach your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and then you can sub for free. We're so close to our sub goal. And I need money! Sorry. What run are you attempting? Great question. We're trying to get, if you look in the bottom left of the screen, we have a 26% run, we have 25 to 38%, and we have 38 to 64%. 38 to 64% is the rub. That is what we were focusing on. We also have 71 to 100. Our current goal is we're trying to get Bloodbath in 4 runs. Yes. So we're trying to get 38 to 71. Once we get that, our next goal will be Bloodbath in 3 runs, then Bloodbath in 2 runs, and then the whole shebang. So the main bottleneck right now is getting 38 to 71. Now watch this. Because now I have the P buff, the going to the bathroom buff, and I'm about to do some shit that's going to blow your mind. Watch this. Not that one, this one. Not that one, this one. Sorry. Sorry, I was sitting weird, but now I'm sitting less weird. Good luck with the run. Thank you. Fuck. Sleep buffs, brother. Yeah, I didn't get... I thought I got good sleep last night, but I feel kind of tired today. I'm not gonna lie. Again, because of my trip, I feel like I need one more solid night's sleep, and then I'll be operating at a solid 70%. I'm gonna lock in a bit more here, chat, because I genuinely think we can get this today. I just need to take it more seriously. Yeah, I think we can get it today, for sure. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Great minds. Did you make a cheese serpent? What is that? I don't know what that thing is, but it scares me. Ah. No. Oh, it's the mind cap serpent? I don't know what that means. That's crazy. After seeing you, I'm 100% sure King Moose is a cheater. Nah. Probably just better at video games than I am. That can always happen, you know? Sometimes in life, chat, well, this is just a lesson across the board, not just gaming. There's always going to be someone better than you at stuff, you know? That's why comparison is the thief of joy. There are just some things that can't be helped. But what can be helped? Your own drive, your own dedication, your own practice. The attempts you put in. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Yes, The Rock did say that, and I think he was right. I mean, but again, that's why I always preach that. Like, I think it's very easy to get wrapped up in what other people are doing. But if you just kind stare down in your own dog bowl and focus on what's on your plate, it's like life gets a lot easier. It only gets complicated when you're just like, oh, this person already has this and I only have this. Like, that's when life gets more complicated. In my personal experience. You know? I'm not even sure if Godzilla and King Kong together would win against the Cheese Kraken. The cheese did what? Zoink already was the GOAT in Egg Wars before he started playing GD. What is Egg Wars? That sounds like he just hung around in one of his friends' backyards and threw eggs at people. Is that a game? Okay, let me do the straight fly again. It's trolling me. The straight fly was a little more automatic yesterday. It's feeling kind of sticky today. We're getting sticky. Let me connect it to a Sonic. What the heck? Twist my wrist. Fuck that spike, bro. Okay, whatever. Yeah, our crack just still needs to get more consistent, bro. I don't think there's any two ways about it. It's kind of the same thing that we had to do with Etzer. Etzer took me so long to develop, and I think crack's just the same way, bro. It's come a long way, but it still has a bit to go. It's crazy to see how much you've improved. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I have been working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. I overclicked. I felt that. Sometimes my finger just freaks out on that speed change part. Oh, head bonk. Just need more crack? On God. Hey, yo, Tej, how's it going today? Pretty good, man. Can't complain. But now I'm gonna complain. This level's freaking angry. Ah, man, bro. That frickin' part today is just cheesy and not in the way I like. It might be cope. I feel like the up arrow on my keyboard is starting to just like degrade. It's probably cope. Ah. Okay. Oh. I really wish we had fluked it yesterday. It's even more crazy to me that like we literally got like 3 new bests yesterday when I hadn't played in 4 days. And now it's like we had all of yesterday's stream and I practiced last night and I'm worse today. Ain't that just Geometry Dash? Like I can't even get as far as we did yesterday. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that one part is just... My brain doesn't want to work. I'll probably practice the straight fly part tonight and try and get it like twice in a row. Because the consistency is just not there. Yeah, I feel very mental blocky today. I keep dying on the same parts and like unconsciously my brain is like, oh, it's this part again, you know? Which is dangerous, dangerous brain. That's dangerous brain. Not necessarily L mindset, but it's definitely the slippery slope that leads to L mindset. Like I'm dancing around the edge of that today. Is that the doggy syndrome? The choke points I'm choking on today certainly just feel chokier than usual. Oops. What do you do when you're not motivated? Show up anyway, because motivation is fleeting. To actually achieve things, you have to be able to do stuff even on the days where you don't feel motivated to do them. Literally anyone who has ever accomplished anything in life, that was the secret, that was the rub. They remain consistent despite the days where they really wanted to do anything else but. But also, you know, don't like, if it's genuinely like, if you feel demotivated every single day that you're doing something, like over the course of weeks and months, that's burnout. But you're allowed to have a day or two where to get strung together where you feel demotivated. You just kind of have to get through those days. But some people, they mistake themselves and they think that like the people who get stuff done are always motivated, and it's just not true. They just know how to not self-sabotage themselves and stick to the path. The only battle you ever have to win is today. So if you just take your life one day at a time, you'll be fine. Don't think about all the other shit. W Monk Wisdom? Yeah. I mean, just the way the life works, man. And you self-sabotage yourself enough, you just get better at identifying it in both yourself and others. And what, like, the common pitfalls are. Everybody has to learn it at some point, or, you know. I've said this before, I think, even on stream, but it's like, life is going to keep giving you the same lesson until you finally learn it. That's why a lot of people remain stuck in life, is because they just refuse to learn the lesson they keep being served. So it's impossible to move on to the next lesson you need to learn if you can't even learn the first one that you keep spinning your wheels on. But that's on self-improvement. Is that a Backrooms reference? I don't know. By the way, when are you doing what you said you would do tomorrow yesterday? What are you talking about? What? What did I say I was going to do today? You said you're in a one attempt TS2 or something? Oh, you might be relatively new. No, a lot of times when people bring up like really hard levels, I jokingly say, oh yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Sorry, you're relatively new. That was facetious. That is a common bit we do here. I'm pretty close. To something. Hold on. Let's hit 1,000 attempts in the top left corner. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just an off day. I think I don't want to belabor the point. I think we chalk this one up for it is what it is. I'll probably practice a little more later tonight. Sorry, before we move. Wow, 86% believed. Wow, you guys really got caught up in the moment of how well yesterday went. Sorry for disappointing you. We did not get Bloodbath in 4 runs today. I'm a major disappointment. What can you do? All right, I'm tired. We also did freaking 2 videos today, bro. I gotta start editing that stuff. Do other stuff. There's a lot of stuff we gotta find out, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end so I can figure that stuff out. Hope you all have a great rest of your days. I'm gonna go on TikTok. See you tomorrow. Peace. We'll be back tomorrow. I think we have to stream. I think we're actually gonna stream way later tomorrow, chat. Because I think unless plans changed. Yeah. Tomorrow, we're gonna do Lego Party with Quinn and a couple other streamers. So that's gonna be some fun variety. But the rest of them could only do it at like, I think 5 p.m. Eastern time. So it's gonna be a lot later than we usually stream. I'll probably start like a little before that, but I'll post in Discord. Don't freak out about it. I'll post in Discord that tomorrow's stream is gonna start later. But good night, good noon, wherever you are. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.